Okay, all right, there we are. Hello, Evignon. We're going to be playing a new game on the stream today. It's called Everspace. So I'm not going to explain anything. I'm just going to hop right into a run and then kind of walk you through from there. So in this case, I had actually already started a run for tech check just before I'd started streaming. So in this case, we have our ship here. It's a little colonial interceptor. We are a clone pilot, and our goal is to get to the end. Basically, there's, if I can remember which key it is, there it is, a jump coordinate that we have to keep going through. If we take a look, there is going to be a star map. Our goal is to get to the end, jump to the next sector, and then go about moving our way through the map from there. It's very much like FTL, one game that I played long ago on the channel when I first started streaming. Another title I've been meaning to bring back. So yeah, we're going to fly around, we're going to shoot stuff, it's going to be good, and I'm going to explain more about the game as we go through it. I played a bit of this before, and I never ended up actually finishing the game, so I thought, you know what, I've got time, I might as well go back and play some of this. In this case, we're fighting an Okar drone, the Okar being the kind of alien race that do not like us being alive. Us being a clone is kind of a taboo thing. There's a big war between the Okar and the Colonials being the people we're kind of part of. We are a human. And so we kind of are on the run from everyone because they want us dead, since we're not exactly supposed to exist anymore. Star Wars? Yeah, not exactly, but I guess you could draw some parallels there. We're in a plasma field right now, harvesting some of that. We get resources that we can then turn into useful stuff. There's a G&B supply transport over here. G&B is Gradient Brunt, a corporation in the game. So we're going to be messing around, kind of flying about, seeing what's up with them. I could attack this, but I don't think that I will be able to get anything good out of it. It's incentivized to like attack transports and stuff at the end of sectors. You're in the middle of watching Clone Wars. That might do it. Clone Wars is a very good show. I like it a lot. The first season's a little rough, but it does get quite good. So in this case, Gradient Brunt. I don't want to piss them off quite yet because that means that they'd be hostile for the rest of the sector. And if we press tab and look at our star map, you can see I've got 1, 2, 3 more jumps at least. So if I attack them in the last sector, then I can go on to the next area and they'll forget that I've done anything wrong there. So it's my little way of evading crimes. As for right now, I'm just going to look around, see if there's anything else in the sector I want to take. I can see that there's a freighter wreck over here I might want to check out. I am on the clock here, and I am playing on the hard difficulty, so it does mean that enemy fighters will start jumping in and then eventually overwhelm me unless I can get myself out of dodge before then. I have a little bit of leeway because they have to figure out where I jump to and then try and plot my coordinates and track me down that way. So we're going to just try and move ourselves quickly around here. I'm popping my afterburn as fast as I can, looking for stuff here. I just try and shoot these up. Should be able to open them up, I believe. Anyways, try switching to our Gatling guns. So different weapons are more effective against different systems. In this case, we have a pulse laser and a Gatling. Gatling is very good against hull, not as effective against shield. You can see my damage per second there. Conversely, you can see the pulse laser very good against shield, but not great against hull. So the idea is that against hull targets, such as this, I want to use the Gatling guns, which have a little bit of spin-up time. And then against shields and stuff, I want to use those pulse lasers that we can go pew-pew with. So audio levels, I'm still tuning for this game, because again, I hadn't opened this thing up for a long time now, and I just decided, you know what, I feel like streaming something different tonight, so here we are. I don't really see anything else in this area. It is worth going like around some of these other little wrecks, because there might be a little cargo container you don't detect immediately. So we're just going to keep our eyes out, and eventually we'll see the Okars start trying to jump in and hunt us down, which is bad. In this case, we do find there's a tech container over here, so we can just maneuver ourselves around like so until we are able to access this. So I believe that, yep, that will get us a pulse laser. Very nice. So in this case, we see that it is the exact same as our current one. We don't really have any need to have a redundant weapon system like that, so we're just going to press R and salvage this, giving us some scrap and ore, which we can then use as part of the crafting system later on to potentially make some good stuff. See, there's another tech container over here, which we're going to pop. In this case, we got a device. So devices are usually either a passive upgrade or an activatable. In this case, we got the static discharger, which surrounding hostiles will take electric discharges for a certain amount of time. So it takes 28 energy to activate, and the effects last for 18 seconds. But it does mean that we get a little bit of zap around us. I'm not going to use this too much, I don't think, because primarily what I'm planning to go for with this kind of setup is to use mainly my guns and stuff. Although having it as the option is kind of nice. Gonna take a look and see, how do I need to activate this? Actions. I can also implement some upgrades, like for this weapon overdrive here, I could say increase the cooldown, the duration, or the energy consumption, but I don't unfortunately have the materials for that right now, so I'm gonna have to hold off on that. I could also create new systems, such as adaptive armor, damage converters, and stuff, so there's a lot of different ways to play the game, and I quite like it. We picked up the plasma mines here. I don't think I'm going to use these, so I feel kind of like I just could equip them for my consumables. You know what? We're just going to hold on to these because I'm pretty sure that I can't salvage them, which is rather unfortunate. Static discharger, let's see. I feel feel like this is a activatable. It does say active device. I just don't remember how to change my active device. Swore it was in there somewhere. I know weapon overdrive, if I press R, that'll activate it. But I don't remember how to change over my systems there. Maybe I have to press one of the keys that I don't remember. Again, it has been a hot minute since I've played this game, so I'm going to just check through the controls wherever those are listed. Mouse and keyboard and stuff. I might have to, let's see, next device. Okay, it's the 3 key. Now I remember this. So I can cycle through my weapons using the 1 key. I can do my missiles on the 2, although I've only got 1 type of missile. For my active devices, I can switch between these 2. So I've got weapon overdrive right now, which means my guns shoot a lot faster. And I can go to my static discharger, which should make me electrify, I think. Oh, I see. We've got a little bit of cooldown time between that, so just going to wait for that to charge up, and then we'll use that in a bit. Again, we're the first sector, so the Okar haven't showed up quite yet, but if they do, I pick a fight with them and kind of show off some of the stuff here. We had a little bit of combat to start with. Yeah. Everspace is a interesting little title, and if you're a fan of kind of space shooter games, you'll quite like this. The combat feels pretty good. It is 6 degrees of freedom, so you can fly all the way around. There's no up exactly. You see me handily rolling left and right there with the Q and E keys. It is controller supported, I believe, so you can do some of the stuff there. Yet we see Okar forces are inbound, so we're actually going to pick a fight here just so I can try and show off some of this. My static discharger is still on cooldown. I want to show off this new tool, but... I accidentally used a shield booster there. Hit the C key, but we might need that. Ooh, there's another container. How did I miss that? Let's grab some nanobots, which are used to heal us later on. Here we are. These are Okar fighters, which are the kind of enemies we don't want to be messing with. In this case, I'm just picking a fight here, and there's going to be a eternally, like, non-stop wave of enemies. Here I just have to switch to Gatling since I am close to them. In this case, my static discharger is going zap zap against them. You can see the little lightning bolts going out there, inflicting some damage, so that's a nice little thing to have. In this case, I don't really have to pick this fight, but I'm just going to clean up those ones and then get out of here as best I can. Just kind of dodge back and forth as I charge up my jump drive. I have to keep myself locked on this heading, and we should be good. And there we go. Yeah. So that's kind of the basic formula. You go into a sector, you look around for stuff that you can use to help improve your ship along the run. And you just kind of travel from there. So in this case, we've got 3 different choices. We've got sort of these orange neutral, like, it's not exactly safe, but it's not exactly dangerous sectors. There's blue sectors, which are pretty safe, and then there's the red sector, which means trouble. So we're just going to play it fairly safe and go for the neutral sector along this line, since, I mean, hey, hard sectors, I believe, give you slightly better rewards, but until you get to the sort of later on sectors, then it can not exactly be worth it. Again, if you feel up for the challenge, absolutely go for it. I'm just going to try and play this a little bit, because I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. It's been a little bit here. I see the Okar drones being very annoying with their beams, blinding me there. Activate my static discharger here just to zap this guy. I haven't used the static discharger very much, although I do kind of like throwing lightning bolts at my enemy. It does feel good. In this case, we need fuel. You'll notice a fuel gauge in our top right corner there. It says 84 currently, so... That means that we need to have enough fuel to make our jump. It takes 25 fuel per jump, if I recall correctly. Kind of dodging around here. Gotta switch over to my weapons overdrive to really increase my rate of fire. Let me just kind of circle strafing around these guys, dodging all incoming fire that I can. Okay, so got pew-pew on these ones. Make them break off and then pursue. Get them. Now, I do have energy, which is a limiting factor. Energy in this game is used for both your shields and your... sorry, not your shields, for both for your afterburner and for your guns. So you have to make good usage of that. In this case, we have picked up a little bit of this. I'm going to let my shields recharge slightly. I just got to fire a missile at these guys just to show off how that works. So I need to acquire aspect lock, and then whoosh it goes. Pew, 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 pew. We're going to switch over to the guns now since we can shred through this guy. That's you. We are going to take you out in a second here. Pew, 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 pew. Gonna manage my energy bar. I have gotten plenty of upgrades into the ship. Ooh, we got a beam laser. How nice. We're just gonna salvage these little bits here. We did take a bit of damage there, and damage is permanent, so you have to undo that with the menu here. We go to our repair screen. You'll see we have a hull listed here. Oh, you gotta go to work. Oh, well, have a good one then, Crystal. Anyways, we're just gonna hit the repair button over here using up our nanobots. You can store up to 20 nanobots at a time and repair some of our ship that way. Yeah, that's kind of the loop of the game, and I quite like the title, so we're going to just keep on playing through a little bit of that. I did just get the beam laser. I will cycle through to that now. I can also use the mouse wheel control. So you can see the beam laser is very good for, like, precise long-range shots, because I keep using shield boosters. I'm silly like that. Because the beam laser, very good for precise shots. There's no travel time, so if I want to be, like, poking somebody from afar with it. It works pretty good at 1600 meters. That said, damage-wise, it doesn't compare to the pulse laser for shield damage or the Gatling for hull damage. So I'm not typically a big fan of this since I have 2 of these weapon systems that covers both of my bases, but the beam laser is a useful tool at times. So we're going to hold on to it for now until we decide to salvage it, and then go from there. There's some mineable rocks inside here. Since our scanners pick that up, we're just going to zap over the beam here. You can see the kind of cool mining mechanic where certain nodes here just get cooked down slowly. Gotta be looking around for more stuff. There's plasma field out there, which we can also pick up. Ooh, and we have company. All right, we got some outlaw drones. So outlaw is another faction we have to face off against. In this case, I'm going to use the beam lasers here to quickly cook these drones. That is a very nice feature of the beam laser. It is incredibly precise, so really good against small, agile targets like those drones. Drones are kind of the bane of my existence in this game because they are, again, so small and well, technically, like, they're not, like, the biggest annoyance exactly in terms of, like, threat level and stuff, but they will chip away at you, which can heavily, like, halt your shield regeneration, so they'll end up just slowly wearing you down with paper cuts over time, which is never a fun thing. Any tool we can have to knock them out pretty quick, I am certainly here for. I'm going to go into this plasma field over here and see if we can't get some more plasma. Plasma, another one of the resources. Pull in the plasma with our intake manifold. There we are. You can see we've got a bunch of our resources down here. We have scrap, gel, compound, power cell, processors. And we got some of the raw materials like crystal, gas, ore, plasma, dark matter, and dark energy. So, a bunch of different things. You can see the number of runs we've done with the ship actually here. The Colonial Interceptor. These are each uniquely named, which I kind of like. This is the 12th run we've done with the ship, so I did play this game a while back, and then I just never ended up finishing it. I think I died on the last level and then got really upsetty spaghetti about that for understandable reasons, and then put it down for a while. And I thought to myself, you know, this was a fun game. I should go back and play it again. So here we are. All right. I don't really see much else to do. You can kind of get a sense of where there's stuff to do in the sector just by like the random clusterings of bits they have. Like I see an asteroid that's big like this. I assume there's something to mine in it. There might be some containers I could find. I see little clusters around like here. I think, you know, maybe there's something I can scan in this field. Might be a hidden container or a missile turret guarding something. I'm just gonna take a quick little glance around until the Okar show up and then go from there. Again, you are on the clock, but it is generous enough that you can you can take a look around the sector, and it's not going to be like immediately them jumping in. I think that in hard mode it might be like that, but I've not played the hardcore mode. It's something for the more dedicated fan base, because this game did come out in 2017, and there's still some people playing it. So, let's see. I don't see anything else here really. So, I think that's our cue to leave. The Okar are inbound, so we're going to get out of here, just charging up our jump drive like so. Yeah. So just open our little phase gate jumpy thing and go into the next sector here. So again, not really much we found there, but hey, little upgrades here and there. We take a beam laser if we get it. Okay, so here is where things get a little interesting. So we detected a wormhole somewhere. Where would that be? I hear it somewhere out there. So there is... No, that's not what I was looking for. All right, so there's a wormhole that we could potentially go to a different sector with. I am very tempted to find out where that is. It's been a little bit since I have explored in this game all the different things, so hey, we might end up going to the Okar homeworlds, which is a fun place if you like having all of your enemies around you at once. In this case, we're firing on this Outlaw Scout. So we do see that the Okar and the Outlaws are not friendlies, so in this case, they will actually fight each other, which you can sometimes capitalize on. Okay, I don't like that you are doing that, so you're just going to cook here. Next, I'm going to switch over to my Gatlings, lock onto you. There's a little bit of aim assist, which is generous enough so that you don't have to be precisely on the ball, but it's also one of those things where you want to be typically, you know, leading your shots just a little bit. There's a lead indicator that gives you some effort. We could blow up these things fairly easily and get ourselves some gas. I'm just going to harvest the ones that are laying about here. Pop this container, get some processors. Very nice. We can now craft some items, so I think we might do that. We can find better weapons at different times, but I'm going to just upgrade the things that I know I want to keep. We've got a shield generator here, which I quite like, so we could upgrade this, getting more capacity. We could get a recharge delay reduction. We can get some shutdown delay reduction and whatnot, so plenty of things we could do to this. Alternatively, we could go into our weapons overdrive and upgrade on that. Get some cooldown, duration, or energy consumption. You see, we also picked up a couple of light missiles. We have 3 missile banks here, so if I wanted to, I could say build a bunch of heavy missiles, which will deal more damage than your kind of light missile payload here. You see 100 hull damage and 40 shield. So we have different options on how we want to explore advancing our power. I do quite like upgrading my energy core extender. I don't believe that I have the option to with this one, though. Upgrading your passives is something I like doing in a lot of games because you typically only want like 1 or 2 actives. That way it's just like you turn your buffs on and then you kind of go from there, focusing on the gunfight instead of having to manage like 5 different activatable abilities. I think that just in terms of like long-term survivability, getting ourselves some extra shield capacity is never bad. 10% more hit points, takes a little bit more energy, but hey, that's more barrier between us and the enemies. I will take it. Put a little bit of upgrade juice in there. So these missiles, I don't think that I necessarily need them. I can remove these and salvage them, which I think I will. Along with, if I can, these plasma mines. Yep, that gets us plasma and scrap. So just a bit more resources out there. Let's see, can we get anything else on this? Nope. Unfortunately, we are out of crystal, which is one of the sort of basic resources. Crystal, gas, and ore are kind of what you end up needing the most of, just in my gameplay experience. So we're going to just keep looking around for more stuff here. As we saw, there was some scrap and credits left over here, so we're going to pick those up. Depending on what you encounter, it can heavily dictate how your run goes. Again, it is a roguelite, so different things can happen each time. We're going to blow up these canisters here with our gatlings. These should explode. Yep. So the ones that you see in the orange sort of outline there, they have a whole bunch of fuel, which we do need to salvage some of. So we're just going to get close enough for our tractor beam to do that. Pew, 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 pew. There we are. Nice little beautiful explosions. I'm not running this game on the highest settings, as I wasn't sure how well it would capture on stream, but it seems to be doing pretty well, so I might crank up the graphics in a bit. Just going to pop some of these for good measure. Now, the company that owns these probably doesn't like me doing this, but they're not around to stop me, so oh well. Pew. That should be enough fuel to pretty much top up all of our tanks, I think. Let's see if we can just guess. Yep, get that last little bit in there. You can see the gas has been emitted from these little harvesters, so if we want to hang out here, we could harvest a little bit more, but I think that we're okay for right now. Some gas and some fuel over there. Music kicks in now, as I believe that something should be around. All right, let's take a little look-see about. So we see that there is our jump point there. Now, if we take a look here, you can see obstacles blocking the way, so I can't, unfortunately, jump through terrain, which does limit my ability to escape. I have to be able to hold, like, a unobstructed lock to that. Some mineable ore over here, which we are going to go after, so, yeah. Gonna wind up the Gatling guns and just carve through this thing in a second. Hopefully we'll get ourselves some ore that's needed. Yeah, there we go. 4 ore. I mean, hey, it's not nothing, so we take those. The Okar kind of going about here. Big old fight going down. What the heck? Okay, so Outlaws deciding they want a piece of it. You can see the beams, very effective at just kind of like consistently burning down a target, but in terms of damage per second, they are not comparable to the Pulse Laser or the Gatling. But they are very handy for killing drones. So, you know, gonna grab myself the last of these resources. Now, I could pop this open, but that would mean that the G&B faction, the guys in yellow over here, would be quite upsetty spaghetti with me, so might not want to do that. In this case, we see somebody about to jump in, so we're just gonna charge up our guns and hit them. Pew, 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 pew. Hello, Okar. Now, the G&B guys will not pick a fight with the Okar, which is kind of a nice thing in the sense that it's not just like a perpetual onslaught everywhere, but it also means that they won't help me out, like, say, the Okar will against the Outlaws or something. So, I see some nanobots over here, so we're going to zip our way over and try and grab those. I also see that there is some shipping containers there that I could possibly crack open, but if I do that, G&B is not going to be super happy with me, and I still have a sector to go. So, I want to find out where did that wormhole go, because apparently there's a wormhole in this area. We see there's kind of a point of interest over there, point of interest kind of over here, and then there's something like about this section. So let's take a quick last look around before the Okar show up. Would love to know where that wormhole is, but I don't think I'm going to get it in time. Rather unfortunate that. Zap this, grab ourselves a little bit of compound there. Take a look to see if there's anything else possibly of interest. These hulls, the old wrecks of colonial ships. The Okar had a big war against the Colonials, and it did not go well for anyone involved, really, so they agreed to a sort of demilitarized zone that we're currently inhabiting. And our existence is kind of a bit of a stickler, because they said that there wouldn't be any more clone pilots, and I just happen to be one of those, so yeah. And I'm not saying that there's a lot of me, but again, I've done 12 runs of this, and technically there is, like, mechanically speaking, infinite number of runs I can do, so yeah. In this case, we see a bunch of NPCs we could interact with that I met before, so we're going to go ahead and travel to this last section here. This will take us to the end of the first sector, and the big old jump gate over there. We also see a friend we know called Maurice, who is a particularly sociable robot hitman, I believe is the lore. Again, it has been a bit of a hot minute, so we're going to go check out, see what Maurice has to say, and go from there.
Hey, Maurice.
Ah, there you are. I've already heard of your great deeds.
Oh yes, he's also French.
Such news travels fast and will die slowly. Fabian Achal tricked by an offer of surrender. What subterfuge?
If he only knew you just screwed up.
Right, well, I'm just in it for the reward.
Of course. Here you go. One should never keep a hero waiting.
I'm guessing that if I'm your top gun now, you have another warrant lined up for me?
I certainly do. A traitor named Frederick Lee. He must be eliminated.
What was his crime?
He sold highly classified information to the Orca, putting the hard-earned peace in jeopardy. It is believed he is in possession of even more damaging material, which could altogether wreck the armistice if he is not stopped.
A traitor. Sounds serious enough. And I take it you have other stuff to do.
Yes, indeed. I have more serious matters to attend to.
I wonder. Okay, send me the coordinates. I'll pay this Frederick Lee a visit.
So, as you can see, in one of our other runs, we did a bounty hunt mission that we ended up getting paid for here. Very nice to see. We do keep our memory between runs, which is a little bit disturbing, considering we probably remember how many times we have horribly died. In this case, I'm going to switch over to my different weapons to more effectively combat that. Ooh, an energy diverter. Okay, that's cool. So, I believe that is a device we can build. Let's see. Yes, an energy diverter. So, this means that we can convert, I believe it's incoming damage, a certain amount of shields into your energy core. So this is a nice way if we have shield energy that we want to tap into like our engines or guns, we can convert that over. I don't typically use this, but getting a Mark III is very nice. Again, the different versions being a little bit stronger. See, the Mark II is only 25 with a conversion ratio lower than the Mark III had. Take a look. See, we've also got the damage converter, converts incoming damage, both shield and hull, into usable energy. So if I end up getting shot a bunch, then I have power to my weapons and engines and stuff to get away. So I'm not completely against getting that, honestly. You can also get things like adaptive armor, which will allow us to reduce incoming damage by a percentage. Percentile damage reductions, again, very efficient. You get energized boosters and stuff, so yeah. Actually, let's see if we can't get an energized booster or something along those lines. Let's see. Increases your ship's boost for some small amount, shifting shield when activated. So this is a good way to get us going super fast, if I recall correctly. Energy core diverter. It's actually okay. Energy core extension. I believe that yes, I've already got one of those. I might stack on another one because just getting more energy is not a bad thing. That does take our last slot, though. We can also get a sensor relay to increase our sensor range by quite a bit, which helps us find certain things around the map. We can get another shield here, which I believe does not stack. So other options of shields, like the extra charge shield here, for example. I believe it's has increased recharge delay and shorter shutdown delays at the cost of max capacity. So it's got a lot less in terms of like total in the bank. If you see, we've got 60 hit points on that shield versus this one where we have 125. But the recharge rate, I believe, should be much faster. Let's see. Nope, that's the wrong ability. So yeah, faster recharge rate. Recharge delay should be slower. Same with the shutdown duration. Yep, so it's a little less in terms of like barrier we have there, but it does regenerate much faster, so that can be very helpful. I think we'll just hold off on upgrades for now. We seem to be doing okay with things. Yeah, we'll just move about from there. Gonna go look for some mineable crystals since we did need some more of that. That's kind of, again, the loop of the game. You just find little things, you decide how you're gonna progress your run. Okay, so we got a scan here. So sometimes we find scannable asteroids and stuff with different life forms in them, and there's a biologist who we happen to get rewarded from by giving these various little mineral scans and stuff too. So, yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna peck away at these crystals. I was mining the other one, I should go back and finish that. In this case, we fully mine that one, we get a bunch of crystal for it, and we could probably upgrade our systems then. There we are. Gotta take a look around here, see if there's anything to find. I believe there should be nothing in there. Yep. Typically, if there's loot inside of it, it will glow orange, like so, and also explode. This is a nice way for us to get the last little top-up of fuel we needed for this sector. And then we can take the gate when we need to. See that there's something else markered up here. What do we got? Oh, just some fuel. Okay. Well, that seems to be, for the most part, what was in this area. Oop, scraped the hull a little bit there, but that's just shield damage we can recover from. Always nice to have the shield just as that little barrier in the way of taking permanent damage. Kind of having that like recoverable HP is something I really like in games. Even if it's just like a small amount of health, it just means that every paper cut will not constantly be weighing you down in the back of your head. Something you don't have to worry about healing from. It's just, you know, like ablative little HP bar. You know, in this case, we see there's a beam laser that dropped out of that. So you're going to go ahead and equip that in place of our other one. So in case you hadn't seen it before, we see this beam laser is the ++ variant. It's got energy consumption mods on it. the pluses indicating how many bonus mods we have. So we're going to go ahead and swap this one for the one that was left there. And now we're going to salvage the version that we had previously gotten. So now we have a improved beam laser. This thing consumes a lot less energy, which is quite nice. Never going to complain about free upgrades issued to me. That's why I'm a little hesitant to upgrade some of my guns, because I'm thinking, I might encounter some stuff pretty soon that is a little better than what I'm currently running. So I don't want to sink a whole bunch of points into upgrading a system, only for it then to be, made redundant because I found something later. That said, you should also spend your resources if you got them, because if you die with a full inventory full of stuff, then, well, you didn't effectively utilize your resources. Oop, we get another scannable here. Yeah. Okay, so we're just getting 2 scans of these asteroids marked with the... I'm not exactly sure what it is on it. I think it's just a mineral deposit or something, or maybe it's ice worms or something else along those lines. I saw the scan blink for a 3rd time there, but apparently not. Alright, we're just going to be toting around here. When the Okars start showing up, we will have to go through the jump gate, which means a little bit of time hanging out there, aligning ourselves and coordinating. So we can't, unfortunately, just jump from anywhere. So it does mean that we have to stay more or less near that and be aware of our sort of retreat timers and stuff. That said, we explored over there, we explored over here. I don't really see too much more we could do in this sector. We could maybe pick a fight with the G&B fighters, but I'm not sure if that would be a good idea or not. I do see that there's the remnants of a station over here, so I might check that out just before we leave. And then we'll hop into the next sector and see if we can hunt down that new pirate we were talking to Maurice about. Let's see if there's anything over here I may have missed. You can see this is a former, station. Most of it is now cooked up and burnt out. But, I mean, you can still do things like knock out the lights. Not that this place has got much resale value, but hey, it exists. Just fire off on that for a second here. There we go. Fuel is all the way topped up, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah, there's a trader, actually, so we might be able to go talk to them and see if they have anything for sale. We do have some credits in the bottom left here, which we get exchange for stuff. When you finish a run, either by completing the game, which I've not done, or by dying, then you're able to go back to the initial sort of launch deploy screen and purchase some upgrades there, making your subsequent runs a little bit easier or a little bit better. I believe you can finish the game just without any upgrades at all, but in this case, we're going to dock with the merchant ship, see what they got to offer. So we can get some plasma in exchange for dark matter, which is not honestly that good of a trade because plasma is pretty easy to get. Get some shield breaker missiles, some light missiles, a bunch of scrap for just some cash. We already have quite a bit of scrap. To tell you the truth, that's not a whole lot of money, so we're just going to make that exchange. Fuel, we're already topped up on. Nothing else here really appeals. Picking a fight with the merchants isn't a great idea. They do have defensive turrets, and they jump out pretty much immediately, so you don't really get anything from it. That said, just to demonstrate my point, I am going to pick a fight with G&B over here, so let's go ahead and get on their tail and then go from there. Okay, so I'm just going to cycle through my weapons. All right. Weapon overcharge and engage static discharger. Gonna try and shred this thing here real quick. There we are. Get ourselves some credits. There we are. So as you can see, G&B are now listed as hostile. I have to evade a missile there quickly. Bam, 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 bam. Just gotta shred these light fighters. Grab anything I can from them. The Okar are inbound, so it is time to get out of dodge. Going through this jump gate. You can see the red indicators at the top of our screen showing that, hey, we're going to have company real quick. So we need to connect to this jump gate, and there we are. Jump is confirmed, so we are invulnerable now as we warp out, and now we're on to the next sector. And that's kind of Everspace for you. Just keep doing loops in this. You encounter different scenarios, different events and stuff as you get further along. Take a look at our star map. You can see now we've got different events we can go to. I've got some trackers showing me that there is an ancient presence here, ancient being these kind of precursor aliens we can encounter. And it looks like we have a, I believe that's another bounty hunter lady, or maybe explorer Lara Croft type. So we'll see if we can't go meet her. Sector 2 has its own fair share of different troubles and hazards and stuff, and the sectors, as you progress, only get harder. So you find your various different hazards ramping up in difficulty. Yeah, we can see here, for example, we have encountered a minefield. The beams will be very handy for clearing this out. Oh, I see. Hello there. We're going to just pop our weapon overcharge and then hit you with everything we got. Bam, 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 bam. In this case, elite enemies spawn now, so that's a thing to deal with. That said, elite enemies have given us an access key, so if we find a locked door or case somewhere, we can access that now. We've also managed to get some stuff here. Sensors are impaired because it is a nebula, so again, more hazards we're going to have to deal with. Gonna try and cleave up a bunch of these mines that are scattered around the place here now. Zap, 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 zap. Mine clearing with the beams is very nice. In this case, you can hear the screaming sound of a missile coming towards us, so we're just going to evade that or shoot it down. this case, because we have beams, we can handily shoot down. That means that there is a turret, because where there is smoke, there is fire, and we've got to lock onto the missile launch platform there. Boop, boop. There we go. Let's just clean up all of these mines that are in range of us so we don't accidentally run into one. Ah, you can see a big explosion going off there as we set off a whole bunch of them. There's your actual mines that blink nicely against this big blue background. Zap, zap. I don't believe that I get anything for clearing all of these mines, but it does mean that we are able to safely traverse the area. Should be a way into here if I'm remembering right. These are all sort of pseudo-randoms. Like, you can tell there's a couple preset, like, fabricated parts and stuff, but there should be a way in. Here we go. Alright, we're just gonna pop open these things here. Get the tech containers that were stored inside. Energy injectors, very nice to see. Energy injector, just giving us a bunch of power. Very good to have. Damage limiters as well, reducing incoming damage is great. This is much needed for some of the later levels where you're picking really big fights against, like, actual capital ship kind of deal. I say capital ship. I'll just put it this way. I'm in a fighter. I've picked a fight against a corvette. That's not exactly fun. Picking a fight against one of the frigates was a very intense thing, and I would not recommend that to people because they do not mess around. They have big guns, and they will definitely punish you if you are not highly evasive. I think that we could upgrade our shield once again. Just getting more health in the way of, you know, the enemy is pretty good to have. Just go with a capacity mod there again. Unfortunately, just short on crystal now. You can see if we could salvage some of this. In this case, just getting some scrap there, so not really worth it. We could salvage this, getting more scrap. And I believe that this will, again, get us more scrap. So not really something we want there. We could see... So now we've got the energy core extensions. We have 2 of them, so that's an extra 40 energy in our core. Very nice to have. I don't exactly need the static discharger, and that will get us some plasma and scrap. But again, we don't need those exactly either, so we'll just hold on to it. I would like to max out my shield. You can only get 3 upgrades per thing, if I remember correctly. So yeah. We'll just kind of keep messing around, looking for stuff. Our sensors impaired is going to make finding everything in this sector a little bit annoying. Some mineable ore over there, but I don't really need ore right now, so I'm going to prioritize other things. Hello. In case we see there's, I believe it's an, yep, that's an Okar ship or 2. So, I'm going to try and, like, hit some of their stuff. Scan drone here is going to be taken out handily. All right, let's get our weapon overdrive on and just carve this thing apart. Again, the elites, they do live up to their name. They are fairly tough enemies compared to their, like, more normal contemporaries. We're just going to have to stay on this thing's tail, shred it with our Gatling guns. There we go. Credits up. Unfortunately, with that case, we did not get a key card. We got an access key earlier from killing the elite outlaw, so there should be eventually a sealed container that we need a access key card for, and that will allow us to open it up. I believe we'd already been here. This is the mine section. We'll just have to take a look, see what areas to go to next. That looks like a big space station over there, so we'll go check that out now. Yeah. See, there's a couple things showing up on our scanners. We've got the mineable ore down that way. We've got some fuel that we don't need. So we're just going to prioritize the stuff that we do actually need in this. Again, we are on the clock, so best to keep ourselves moving forwards. Should be some containers around here. These kind of TIE fighter looking things are just part of the station. They really look like TIE fighters, huh? Never noticed quite that before until I just kind of glanced at them. All right, anyways, let's take a look. So, what do we have here? We have energy stuffs. Power units. We're going to activate these things and see if we can't do whatever this mini game is. Wop, wop. Gonna zap these things along like so. Trying to not run into everything here. We have got a timer to zap zap. Should be that, I hope. Oop, there's still one down here. Zoom. All right, come on. Got it. There we go. All right, so in this case, there's little puzzles hidden around the place. So there's a container that opened up somewhere, I believe, above us. Yes, there we go. Along here, maybe? No, that's not quite it. What is this over here? We have, a refinery. Okay, so we can refine certain stuff. That's very nice. I do like the ability to make some more things here. Convert dark matter and dark energy, resources we get in certain sectors as a specialty. I don't really have much that I need right now, so I think I'm going to hold off on doing that. Instead, going to be looking for other things. We got a repair bay here, which, again, we cruised through, but because we hadn't taken any damage, we didn't need. Tuning station, so upgrades and whatnot. Let's take a look. So we can tune our ship a little bit, so we can get an upgrade for this run, or we can get upgrades for a temporary duration here. So triple the damage of primary and secondary weapons is very nice, but again, 8 minutes, so we'd have to be really moving fast to pick fights for that. We get the energy core, which gives us unlimited energy. Don't get me wrong, I do like that, but at the same time, just a hull plating upgrade, increasing your armor by 5%. I'm not against that. That is a permanent upgrade, so I think we will take that one. If it will let me buy. There we go. All right, so in this case, we've gotten ourselves 5% damage reduction, if I read that correctly, and that should last till the rest of the run. So math-wise, that's about, it's not exactly a 5% health increase, but it's slightly more than that. Still a not entirely negligible amount. You can take a look. There's a G&B container there. We have many jumps to go, so if I pop that open, they're going to be really annoyed with me, so I don't want to do that. Plus, they were nice and gave me their services, so we're just going to probably dip out now, since I think that's pretty much everything in this area covered. Yeah. Let's take a little look around just in case I missed something. We covered, I believe it was the minefield over there. There's the fuel and stuff. Anything in these asteroids that I missed before? I don't think so. Sometimes you find spaceship wrecks or something else like that. Sometimes you can find a pirate. In this case, I think we're just going to move on, because I expect the Okar to be along before too long. Ooh, actually, what is that? That is a elite G&B fighter. Okay, so yeah, a bunch of elites here, as we saw. But in this case, I don't want to piss off G&B yet, so we're just going to move out. And blink on to the next sector. Let's go. Yeah. So we have a choice between a hard sector or the medium one here. Because I know I'm going to be going into a hard sector with Ancient Presence. I don't exactly want to be picking that fight. You can tell there's natural hazards in these sectors here. In this case, we got sensors impaired, but there could be things like black holes or other nastiness. So we're going to try and avoid those for now. Again, you don't need to make the game harder than it has to be, but you are rewarded for challenging yourself. So in this case, because I haven't played for a while, the scan drone here, annoyingly, is knocking out my scanners. So that's nice little electronic warfare that they're doing. In case you can see it happening to the enemies as well. Ooh, tractor beam fell off that one, so we're just going to zap away here. Looks like our enemies handily took themselves.
Tidied of scum. Yeah, okay. Let's move on.
In this case, we get a passive device. Beltigrades refers to the area of space that we are currently in. I believe it's called Cluster 34, or the Beltigrades, as it's locally known. We got a tractor beam here, which increases our pickup range. I'm gonna be real, Chief. I don't really think that I need the tractor beam, so I'm just gonna salvage that for some scrap and some plasma. Pretty happy with my current load that I've got. The G&B resource transporter here. I could blow that thing apart, but again, I don't really want to take off the G&B quite yet. I just don't see that as being something that I'm interested in. Okay, so we're gonna keep the Okar between us and that rock, or the rock between us and the Okar. Anyways, gonna switch over to my guns now. Little evasive actions here. We're gonna actually switch over to our static discharger, because I mean, hey, if you got it, use it, right? Handily, my shield is staying up thanks to the extra capacity that I put into it, so I didn't actually end up taking any hull damage there. See, there's a elite outlaw scout over there that we want to pick a fight with. I'm gonna try and trim his escorts first, taking out these drones so that they don't annoy me, and then we'll go from there. Switch over to my weapons overdrive, so when it's ready, I can fire it off. The elite outlaw scout there is deciding to peck away at me. I'm actually going to lure him over to this G&B transport in hopes that they'll pick a fight and potentially the transport will take a hit and lose some cargo. Then I can snake it up. Because it wasn't me who attacked the transport, it was just this outlaw. Is he going to follow? Did give him something to think about. Zap, zap. There we go. He's annoyed at me. Come on, shoot your guns, buddy. There we go. As you can see, he's attacking the G&B transport. Might end up shredding something here or not. Maybe not. Either way, that's a fight that we don't have to take. Easily done. Thank you. So remember, if it's hard, why bother doing it yourself when you can just get somebody else to do it, right? So in this case, we get the XC shield. This is not upgraded compared to our current one. It does have less energy allocation, higher recharge rate, recharge delay is lower, shutdown duration is lower. It's restricted to the classes of ship, one of which we are currently flying. I believe it's the Interceptor. That said, I don't like how low hit points it has, so I'm just going to salvage that for the scrap and plasma. And there we go. So the G&B transport jumped out there because they had come under attack. So if you want to pop those things, you're not going to kill the ship most likely, but you can destroy the cargo containers, dropping a bunch of the resources it has. So, see the outlaw drone here. I'm going to switch over to my beams. Pew pew. Grab the last little bit of fuel. Ow! So in that case, I grabbed some of the fuel, but the rest of it just slammed into my ship. It does have collision. I believe that there should be a accessible point somewhere around here. Yes, we see shield generators, so I'm going to shred these with our Gatling guns. Bam, bam, bam. I'm going to open up the other side as well. Cool. Afterburners only work in the forwards direction. In Everspace 2, which funnily enough I played before Everspace 1, I believe Afterburner works in every direction. Kind of nice, but also maybe a little bit too good. Ah, there's a turret. So these being old colonial ship hulls and stuff, they still have some hazards left in them. For example, that laser there. We're just going to pop this thing open here.
One man's waste is another man's treasure.
Target decelerator. Reducing your currently locked target speed by a certain percentage, make them easier to hit. I'ma be real, that is kind of nice. I would like to have that. So the question is, what do I want to replace here? The static discharger has been kind of cool, but at the same time, it does take a bunch of energy and it has quite a long cooldown rate. And I'm not typically in close quarters combat enough there. Most of the time, I'm trying to keep myself distanced from the enemy so that I can evade their shots. So we're actually going to swap these two around and then salvage our static discharger, getting scrap and plasma back from that. And then, I believe this is one of the locked doors we can access with our access key. I think it's V. Yep, so V puts us in first-person view, which is a way you can play the game. You can play with no HUD on there as well. Third person works pretty well, but first person could be quite handy for when you're in certain perspectives like this. Ooh, a shock rifle. Okay, so instantly emit a ray of energy that deals low shield and hull, locking this weapon's full potential by charging. So this is a charge-up weapon by the sounds of it. All right. Will slow down time as long as the weapon is charging. That's interesting. Cool. So damage-wise, it's not that great, but I'm assuming that does not account for the charging up mechanic and stuff. It does have a very long charge. Let's see. Full charge damage bonus is 12 times, so that does seem kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. Question is, what do I want to replace? I've got a beam laser, which I'm quite happy with for trimming scouts. At the same time, this thing sounds like it's going to be pretty good for that fire, so we're going to just quickly swap these over instead of salvaging. We're going to then take a blueprint here as well, which we're just going to move in and scan here. There we go. A damage bonus subroutine. Nice. All right, we're going to select our shock rifle and see how long this takes to charge, and then zap. Okay, so it is a long-range lightning gun. I believe I can just kind of go zap with a little bit to kill drones. So that should be fine. In that case then, because we have a long-range hit scan weapon, we're just going to salvage our beam laser like so for scrap and ore. Yoink. And yeah, then we're just going to move on with our new toy. Dodging past the little ominous death beam laser there. Don't question why it's there. It's part of the architecture. It's a legacy feature. There's a couple of other nice rocks floating around here. When I play this game and when I load up Nebulous sometimes, I think about how these maps would look kind of cool in Neb. Like, this kind of space architecture and visual style would be really fun to play with. Like, you have shuttles and corvettes and stuff sneaking around big rocks like this, and just that kind of interesting fight. So, I don't know, I played a lot of space games and I do kind of like different things from different parts of them. So we're going to just fire on you, zap, zap, and fire on you, zap, zap. So yeah, just a little charge up zap gun. This behaves kind of like the Gauss cannons of the second game, which are, again, a charge-up weapon. So just going to zap before they can hit me. See, we can also pulse fire a little bit there, just for last little bits of chip damage. Yoink. So, pretty happy with this Shock Rifle Pro. Since I have 3 weapons, I am definitely going to be running this. Going to open fire on this thing, doing a little bit of circle strafing there. That way it always is aiming in a direction where I am not going. Popping containers here where we can. I hear more gunfire, so we're going to quickly adjust for that. See that we are in a field of turrets, but they are not able to effectively track me here. I'm just going to keep jittering myself around like that. Pew, 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 pew. Lock onto this outlaw turret, and we'll go do the same. Pew, 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 pew. And there we have it. Grabbing some compound into our stores there, getting a nice amount of resources. I do need more crystal, but I believe that I was mining some way there, yes. There we are. Okar forces are inbound, so we'll have to get out of here before too long. Gonna take a look around, see if there's anything else that I possibly could want in this area. Some maybe hidden containers, something like... well, that exploded, but doesn't appear to be anything left here. Alright, so we're just gonna hit the jump. Let's get out of here. Yeah. That'll be another sector under our belt. And then we're gonna probably, I think, head into a sector that has the Ancients in it. So, I have a special module which lets me know where the Ancients are, because normally you won't actually get those. I believe it's a glyph system. I'd have to check the deployment zone. Yeah, here's some of the Ancients. Again, very cool visuals. Love the architecture. That should be one of the Ancients boss-type enemies. I believe it's called a Guardian, so we're going to just charge up our gun here. In this case, we see it is firing missiles at us, which we're going to try and evade. Best of our abilities by flying towards them, causing them to have to change their course. In this case, we see this thing does not have a whole lot of health, but it does have a whole lot of shield. We're going to be firing all of our Gatlings and stuff into it as best we can. Ah! Flashbanged. We're just trying to fly evasively until we can figure out where that thing went. There you are, you little shit. Come here, you. Pop a shield booster, I believe. There we are. Swap over to our damage limiter in case we need it. Now, when these things die, they do release a black hole, which is a bit of a bummer. So we're just going to fire off as many shots as we can into it from afar. Yay! We got exactly the range I need to be at, but we're going to hope that this is far enough. pew, pew, pew. Oop, dodging the last little shots there. All right, 1.8 kilometers should be far enough, I hope. There we go.
Down one.
All right, so now we have charged up a whole bunch of ancient energy. As you can see there, the last little bits of it are forming into a black hole. So if we go into that, we die. I learned that the hard way when I first popped one of these things. That's kind of the game teaching you certain things. We can use the Ancient's teleporter here to go somewhere else if we decide to. It will accelerate us very far into the next sector. But at the same time, there's a person we want to meet in the next sector, so we might not end up doing that. I'm just going to take the time to look around here since we defeated the enemy and generally have mopped up. Just open up our Gatling guns onto some of the stuff here. There we are. Shield breaker missiles, very nice to see. Gonna go ahead and take a look. So we have an Arc 9000, which is basically a nuke. These things are big. They go kablooey. What more is there to say? We have corrosion missiles, which are kind of cool. They will bypass the target's shields and disintegrate their target over time. In this case, we have shield breaker missiles, which are specifically tailored to kill shield. If we take a look at our regular missiles, these are quite good against hull, not that great against shields. They have a fairly small explosive radius. That said, you can dump them pretty fast, and they are very cheap. I might end up going with the shield breaker missiles here, because at the current way that I play, I like to throw a missile out every once in a while, and just use that to try and hit like a fast evasive target. These would be very good against shielded enemies, so you know what? I think that will be perfectly fine to swap these around and then salvage the light missiles. Get some scrap and ore. There we go. Light missiles, again, something you can make pretty easily. I don't typically use missiles if I can avoid it. I try and play greedily, just using my guns, because, I mean, hey, why would I try and use like the limited ammo thing if I don't have to? In this case, we got another shield booster there, which is handy for us, because the shield boosters here give us 50% more hit points and reduces our recharge delay and whatnot. So, as the name would imply, it gives your shield a boost. That said, I don't think there's going to be too much more in this ancient sector. Again, I really love the visuals, just kind of the energy waterfalls that it has here, the big temple kind of ominously pouring like ancient juice out into the sky. It's just really cool. I like it a lot. I am going to take a look inside and see if there's anything that we could possibly grab. I don't remember if there's glyphs or not that we still can pick up, but hey, there might be. We'll just take a little peek and mosey in through here. There we are. This is one of the obelisks, which we are going to empower, like so. Then this thing should open up and put a portal in the ceiling. Let's see. Yep. So there's an ancient weapon glyph, which we can grab, which will mean we've got a new upgrade. Again, you can see the portal opening up in there. We do not want to take the portal. We want to just take our exit here and then go into the next jump point, because that gets us interactions with NPCs, which I want to see the story of. I vaguely remember what they were on about. Ooh, okay. So we've got mines here. I just fire off our little railgun-like thing here. Zap, zap, zap. Call it railgun-like because in the second game, this is the weapon functionality of the railgun. Very nicely, they blew up those containers for us, so I didn't have to do that myself. Thank you. All right, let's see. We got some scrap. We got some more mines. Just gonna DACA those down. These down. Got a nano extractor. I'm not sure what that does. See, we have because we've hit our maximum nano count there. It automatically is repairing our hull here, which is kind of cool. So let's take a look. Nano extractor damages random ship component to repair your hull for the equivalent of 4 nanobots. That is a considerable downside. I don't want to damage my hull to repair my stuff. So we're just going to salvage that. We do get a power cell out of it, though, which I'm not against, because I don't believe I have very many of those. That said, we're just going to use one of our nanobots to top up our health here. Ka-ching. That'll just repair a little bit. And then let's get out of here, going on to the next sector. Yeah. So each sector takes you, I don't know, about 5 minutes, give or take. Well, I say each sector. Each jump node gets you about like 5 minutes, give or take. I think like a full run to what I believe is the end is about an hour or so. So you can end up making a bunch of progress. It does hurt the later you go in your runs and then die, but at the same time you get a bigger reward to come back to. So see some enemies having a fight over there. A bunch of little blue energy fire going out that way. So even though I don't have the sensor range to see what's going on there, I can tell that there's something happening. G&B station here, which we might end up looting and whatnot. A trader over here deciding these outlaw scout punks need some correcting. In case we get close enough. And we
just the guy I was looking for.
Hey, is everything all right?
What? Yeah, I've just got a lot on my mind. I've got another important task for you. It will be the last one, I promise.
Okay. Something with wormholes again?
No, it's not so exciting. You know the refinery I mentioned? The one I've been overseeing?
Yeah, I remember.
The power core has been contaminated. We need someone to get in close and destroy it.
Can't you just shut it down remotely?
I wish it were so easy. These power cores are highly advanced AI-driven systems. You can't just turn them off if they object to it.
Wait, so you mean the systems have been corrupted and are not following commands?
I know it sounds crazy, but the only way to take care of them is with blunt force. Here's an access key. Use it to expose the core and then destroy it.
Isn't that dangerous?
Okay, it's not exactly standard procedure, and I'm not authorized to do it. But if you can manage it discreetly, it'll save me a hell of a lot of hassle.
All right. I guess I could help.
I knew I could count on you. Here are the coordinates. Call me when you're done, okay?
Okay. You'll hear from me.
So, she is a NPC who does a bit of sketchy stuff, you could say. She's got wormhole technology, which you're not supposed to have, because that's supposed to be something the Okar control. She's now told us to go basically blow up a refinery of a place that she kind of works at, so that'll be a thing. I'm sure that this can't possibly go wrong at all, right? Oop, hang on a sec. Let me just, ads are trying to start, and I don't want that to happen quite yet, so we're just going to snooze those for a little bit, and then after we finish this sector, then maybe we'll go somewhere else. Gonna hit the comms hub here, because this should reveal the entire area that we're in, and then see where that goes from there. Gonna select... Oh, hi there. Okay, so apparently the Outlaws have a turret. Cool. Let's just pew that down, like so. My guns are better than theirs. Gonna interact with this comms hub in a second. Hack out and away with our automatic hacker. We have a little AI companion called Hive, who does a bunch of the hard work for us. In this case, the scan goes off here, and we're able to see pretty much everything in the sector of relative interest to us, including some containers over here, which we will definitely want to take. Now that I know there is turrets, I'm going to be aware and looking out for those. In this case, we get a whole loot cache here. Very nice. A whole bunch of credits from that. Wonderful. Oop. Scratched in the paint a little bit there, but that's fine. Go ahead and take a look over here at this container. Pew. Oh, a little bit more scrap and credits and whatnot. See, there's a trader over here, which we will go check and interact with, since they've just cleaned up the pirate problem that we had. Yeah. Let's see if they have anything that's worthwhile. Now we're going to take a look. Beam laser, we can buy access keys. Honestly, for only 600, that is a steal. Yoink, absolutely. We have a device charger, which can recharge our various devices and whatnot. Tempting, but at the same time, I don't think that we really need that right now. It also takes pretty much our entire gas stock. We can trade a bunch of our power cells to get scrap, which honestly, power cells are a lot harder to get than scrap. You see these brackets, we have 93 scrap to our 18 power cells. Not a great trade, don't want to do that. And beam laser, well, we don't really need primaries or missiles, so... We'll go ahead and grab ourselves some ore, since it's just handily on the way by, and then move from there. Yeah. Pew. I do like their method of mining, which is shoot it until it breaks apart and then grab all the bits. Ooh, in this case, we even see there's a little native lifeform thing from the asteroid dwellings. All right, so we see there's the Okar fighters and whatnot here. We're going to take out their scan drum, because that thing is the most annoying. Pew. Now then, let us go ahead and fire on these guys. I'm going to use my shield breaker missiles in overdrive to really put the hurt out. Focus on you first. There we are. And we are taking some damage, so we want to fly evasively until our shield can recharge a little bit. Trying to keep out of their line of fire. There we are. Fire another shield breaker just to make this quicker. Again, you want to conserve your resources, but don't be afraid to use them. Play as greedily as you can get away with. That takes us up to now 4 access keys, so we can access a bunch of stuff. An anti-missile drone. This is a very handy upgrade. It automatically engages incoming missiles, and missiles will definitely get you at some point. So I'm going to replace the energy injector here, or maybe the damage limiter. This is handy if I can get the time to activate it, but I don't feel like I'm typically going to do that. Having a option to restore my energy when I'm super low, that seems very good. This is only for 12 seconds, whereas this is a buff that could just keep me going for a while longer. I'm going to swap those around, and then we're going to salvage that damage limiter for a little bit of scroop. There we are. We took a little bit of damage, but I'm not too worried about that. To take a look around, we see G&B has some goodies over there, along with some more mineable ore. See, there's a container here that we're going to quickly go by, try and get that freighter wreck. Then swing over and get that G&B station, and we'll go from there, I think. Yeah. Oop, missed it with that. Just gonna pew it. There we are. We get the nanobots. As you see, the excess nanobots are used to heal up our ship there automatically. Very nice quality of life feature. Yeah, we're just gonna zoom over to this freighter then, like we said. A nice, relaxing Everspace, which is totally not going to get incredibly hectic in the time to come. See a G&B fuel transport there, but we don't really need fuel, so no sense in attacking that. Ooh, an energy core extension. Well, I do like energy core extensions. We have 2 of them already, which is quite nice. We have target decelerator. I'm actually going to swap these out like so, and then just swap this. That way it looks nice, and we've got all of our systems in line. So we have our shield, our overdrive, our decelerator to make our target move a little bit slower, and then 2 extensions here. We don't really have a need for a third one. I wish I could merge them together, but unfortunately cannot. So we're just going to scrap it for some scrap and plasma. And then we're going to move on from there. Pew, 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 as it goes. There we are. Shield booster Mark II has been found. Unfortunately, the Okar are inbound, so that might limit our plans to go and assault that G&B stuff. I could get over there and try and get the tech container and then make it out, but, you know, honestly, I don't think that we really need to do that. We'll just let G&B have their stuff for now and decide to jump out instead. I think we've got just enough to get out of here. Nom. And that'll be us jumping into the next sector. Yeah, that is 2 sectors down, and yeah. I haven't been playing this the fastest. It's taken me about an hour to get to Sector 3 here. More like 50 or so minutes. So, anyways, you can see now the Okar Corvette and whatnot. They have a jump suppressor somewhere in this sector. See it in the top right. I think it might actually be over here. That said, we are going to take a little break here. Skira, nice to see you. How you doing in that? Anyways, because it's on the hour, I'm going to run an ad so that people don't get ad intermissions and stuff. I also need to go fill up my water bottle because I was foolish and didn't do that before stream. So I'm going to take a little 3-minute drinky break here and be right back with some more Everspace, and then we'll keep the space train going with that. So yeah, I'll see you on 3, chat. Yeah. See ya. Skira, nice to see you. Alrighty, chatty catties, we are back in it to win it. We're going to resume where we left off, hunting that jump suppressor, which is keeping us from porting out of the sector. You see there's some mines currently in this area, so I'm going to try and beam them, not having the best luck clicking on them. Ow! Something has decided it wants to pick a fight with us. We're going to charge up and zap that Outlaw Scout drone, then Gatling it. I believe if I charged a little longer there, I would have one-shot that. There's that jump suppressor, nasty little thing that it is. We're going to switch into first-person view so we can see here, hopefully navigating into this area without detonating ourselves. A little bit awkward to do, like so. Boop, 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 boop. And we're going to get close enough to the jump suppressor to hack it, like so. I'm going to switch into this mode so I don't have to deal with my HUD in the way. Nice little way to use the first-person camera. Pew, pew. We got a drone override, so this means that we can potentially influence drones into fighting on our side for a certain time. Not really one to use that, so I'm just going to salvage it, again, for more loot. So there's some tech containers and stuff here that we want. So zap, 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 zap. Pew, pew. And away goes that reactor. A little bit of recoil from that, actually. Plasma-powered jump. So immediately activate ship's jump drive without the need to align or charge. It's not consuming any fuel. So that is a nice little get the hell out of Dodge free card. But again, if a jump suppressor is up, this will not work. So personally, I think that I'm perfectly fine having the energy injectors as like backup fuel. I got my anti-missile and my shield. So again, I'm just going to end up salvaging this for some scrap and gas. So you end up salvaging quite a bit, but you can then use those resources gained to make something you want. You charge up, assuming that there's going to be enemies here. Ooh, he's an evasive little devil, aren't you? Come here. Zap, and then zap. So, 2 quick little targets down. Just going to grab what they left behind, the fuel that we will need for our eventual jumps out of the system. See, there is a shield breaker missile pod there. Okay, well, we can break those down as well. We have a full complement of shield breaker missiles, and I don't really want to swap over to anything else. Just going to salvage them as well. We've got our 2 slots, well, 3 slots actually. We have shield breakers in 1 slot that we can't see, then corrosion and arcs. Corrosion's being very good. You just throw that onto a big target and it slowly eats away at it. I'm actually going to use those against the Okar Corvette that's in the sector. The elite G&B equipment over there, but I want to take a fight with this Okar ship. We will want to try and use cover on the approach, so ideally I'll be able to get behind an asteroid and then pick off some of the escorts. Trimming the escorts is a good move. You can see they have long-range guns here about 4 kilometers away, but they have a lot of spread, so as long as we're able to kind of keep ourselves reasonably positioned. Now if I'm able to snipe at these little things, I can pick off their support assets and greatly weaken them from afar. Pew! Just gonna have them paste into the rock there. Pew! Now we're gonna go for a bombing run. Let's do it, chat. Alright. Gonna try and get in close enough for my weapons to hit. Fire for effect. Pew! As you see, it has just launched some more ships here, so we're going to quickly remove those since we want to do as much damage as possible here. Pew, pew, pew. Gonna try and find a blind spot, ideally, that its first will not be able to hit us from, but you see, we also just need to stay evasive in this case. Corrosion missile doing its job there. Its shields are in fact down, so we're just going to start shredding it now with everything we got. See some of the shield drones. We're going to fire another corrosion missile into this thing to really cook it off. Going to try and shred this thing before I run out of ammo. Come on, baby. Get him. Bam. So, by killing the Corvette, its guns will still fire in spite at the last second, which is, I mean, hey, I respect their tenacity. This thing is going to go down, though, and we did not actually take any permanent damage from that, so very nice result. There we are. Okar go down, and we are able to get some special energy stuff, although I believe they're actually full on Viridian energy. It's one of those resources listed somewhere along the bottom here. Where is that, actually? Here it is. So this is used to purchase certain special upgrades and stuff. Normally you get that from fighting elite enemies like that. Get a drone disassembler blueprint. Very nice. So a little bit of progress. Oh, there's another one, and it is bigger and meaner. Okay, so this damage limiter here, we don't need this either, so we're just going to salvage that for the moment. And you know what? If it worked once, it can work again. Stand by, charge up the weapon overdrive, and let's get them. It's going to open fire with everything we got, firing corrosion missiles. Since it goes right through their shields, it will clip away at them. It's going to be firing our guns for maximum effect. I could fire one of the nukes that I've got in my pocket, but I don't think that I'll need it. I'm actually going to swap over to my shield breakers here just to get a little quicker through this thing. Swoosh. And switch over to our guns to absolutely shred them. In this case, their gunnery is not accounting for my current position. I see an incoming missile on my indicators, but I'm just going to try and ignore that and tank it if I can. They're positioning a little bit better here. So in this case, we need to now quickly evade. I'm going to pop a shield booster here and try and get out of here. We have got some company. I'm going to use my energy injector now as well. Quickly account for what is behind me. Didn't want to have to do that, but looks like the Outlaws decided to come out and play as well. All right, fine, fair game. We're just going to shred through this thing with what we got. See the Outlaws contributing a little bit of damage there. Ooh, suicide blaster run into this. The Okar forces are inbound, no doubt detecting that we have decided to pick a fight with their Corvettes and whatnot. We're going to pop this thing and then try and grab any little bits we can and get out of here. Okay, getting access keys. Shaking a little bit there, but you know what? We're okay. Let us just grab any last little objects we can. Ooh, that is quite a bit of fire coming in now. We need to go soon. Sooner rather than later. Yes, please, thank you. So if we get hit by an incoming shot, it will reduce our jump drive %, but in this case, we're able to handily jump into the next sector. Whew, a little bit close there. As you can see, once you get into the higher level sectors, bigger and tougher enemies spawn. Those corvettes, we only were facing one at a time, but you can sometimes face 2 or maybe even 3 of them, I believe. We have a choice of which path we want to take to meet with different people. We haven't met Alec yet, but at the same time, there was that one quest that Miss Sharp wanted us to do, so you can go down this way. Also, if we take a look here, we have an environmental hazard, and then we've got 2 hard zones. You know, given the option, I like Alec, he's a fun guy, but I think we're just going to take this route, see what these other ones are here. See, there is a trader guaranteed there for Maurice as well. We can explore some of these other quest lines and stuff. We'll just take the path of lesser resistance that still gets us progress. Because why make something harder than you have to be, right? In this case, we're down to just 1 corrosion missile, so we worked pretty well there. I could have used the ARC 9000, which is a device that, like the, well, damage numbers indicate, this is pretty fun. Like, let's take a look. A shield breaker missile does 20 hull damage, 100 shield damage. This thing does over 1,000 each. It's a mini pocket nuke. It's quite fun. Area damage is pretty big. I may or may not have blown myself up with one of these once. Don't ask. Don't tell anyone about that. Just never mind. Forget I said anything about it, chat. All right. I didn't say nothing. Anyways, we have some resources now, so we should be able to upgrade our things a little more. I do like the idea of just maxing out my capacity on this thing, so I think I'm going to just do that. There we go. Maxed out shield capacity. I like my weapon overdrive. This is specifically to the Interceptor, the class of ship we are flying right now. I would like to upgrade that if I could, but unfortunately I do not have the necessary materials, once again limited by Crystal, which apparently we don't have anymore. Crystal, I knew you were in the chat before, but apparently we don't have you here right now, so there you go. Can't do anything about it. Unfortunately, can't upgrade the energy core extension or the target decelerator, so we'll just have to live with what we got. Could potentially upgrade our guns as well. Would be a very nice thing to do. See a energy field over there, which could be possibly containing something we want. Also could be just a big ol' hazard that's going to zap away at us and be annoying. So, gotta poke at these mines. Where there is mines, there's something they are protecting. It's not just the Pillars E-point. Any of the Nebulous fans of the channel will get that joke. Take a look. Outlaw Marauder over there, who is very wounded. We're going to go in for that kill. Charge up our guns to maximum, see if we can't get a hit. Bam! Nice long-range snipe against him. I don't know what he picked a fight with, but he is not going to be a threat to us anymore, so we're just going to snake his last little bit of cargo there. We've got a scanner over here. I'm going to see if I can interact with this at all. Outlaw turret. Okay, so the Outlaws are apparently defending this scanner outpost. Cool. I'm just going to grab on little things there. A drone server, so we're going to take that out to then neutralize those drones as well, and just shred them for good measure. Take a look, there's a container or 2 here we can get some compound and gel from. Very nice. Little turret mounting there. Don't see any other turrets in the immediate vicinity. I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to interact with those, but nope, looks like we just have company instead in the form of these drones launching from their server. Pew, 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 pew. Just going to shred this thing for good measure. If I can. Nice to see. Pew, 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 pew. All right, I believe that is well and truly cleaned up. So there's a bunch of things in here that we're going to have to explore, and it's going to be fun. And by fun, I mean I'm going to get hit by lightning, so let's look forward to that. All right, taking a look around, we can see there's some compound, some credits. What else do we see? Some gas, some scrap and stuff in there. Ooh, crystal. There we go. We will want some of that in a second. So we'll just loop around the outside of this lightning storm. Try and grab whatever bits we can of stuff and things. There's probably
a few of them.
Oh, okay, we have company, apparently. Hello, you. And zap. There we are. Grab that, and then the little bit of crystal. Every little bit of crystal helps right now, since we have basically none. We see there's something inside of this rock here. I'm hoping that's a mineable crystal. Is it? Nope. I don't know what that is. It is blue. Interesting. Well. It appears to be part of the engine or pipe or whatever that is, I guess. So there's that. We see there's a bunch of mines around here, so again, going to be looking for containers these might be protecting. Obviously, they would have mines if they had something they wanted to protect. Don't just, leave mines about willy-nilly. That's expensive. Let's see. So, nothing, unfortunately, in the immediate area, or maybe we grabbed it already. There's a bit of fuel and other stuff there, but we don't need fuel right this second. We can still make another couple of jumps or 2. Let's take a look inside of the asteroid proper, flying through here. I do love doing, precision flying maneuverability like this. When I was a kid, I played this game called Star Wars Rogue Squadron, and that was a lot of fun, particularly just some of the levels where you could really zoom along. Trying to do the Death Star trench run was quite fun. Ooh, we found a alien life form, just a little goo ball thing. That's cute. We're going to scan him and send the data to our biologist friend, and then they'll be able to give us a reward for that. It's an Okar shield drone here that's about to go pop. And along with that one, bloop, missed him a little bit. There we are. Okay, so there's another Okar Corvette. Well, we have a nuke, and I kind of want to use it, so we're gonna. Firing! Oh, I have to hold it down to activate it. Okay, there we go. So yeah, in that case, you can see what the nuke does. Didn't quite one-shot it, but sure got close. Gonna just fire one more missile just to measure, because fuck them. That's my approach. Yeah. Isn't firing off at other stuff there. So yeah, the ARC 9000 is a damn good weapon. Ooh, hello, you. A Gatling. What is the upgrade? It has the energy consumption mod. That's very nice. So we already have a Gatling that we've been using, so we're going to take this upgrade here, swapping over like so, and just salvaging our old one, scrap and ore for the collection. In this case, we are ending up with a lot of scrap here, and quite a sizable amount of ore. Still limited on our crystal reserves, though. Bunch of Viridian energy, too. Again, while I would have wanted to save the ARC 9000 for something potentially bigger on that I would encounter later, I thought to myself, you know what? This seems fun. I can use this now. This will save me some time, and I can keep looking for loot around this place. So hey, why not? If you have your resources, use them. I know, like, when I played Skyrim way back, I'm pretty sure everyone at this point has played Skyrim or something akin to it. I know that I would hoard potions and just think, oh no, I'm going to need this one day. And then naturally you get to the point where you just end up with like a billion potions in your inventory and you wonder why you have no carry space. So it's kind of like the mentality of I have these resources, I should be using them. And if I have all these resources and I finish the game and I'm not like completely out of stuff, I've not effectively utilized my tools. So kind of just my, no, like my approach to games where I'm trying to utilize all the resources given to me. So. No. That would be a black hole, which is wonderful. So it's going to be a bunch of dark matter and stuff around the like edge of that we could possibly harvest. But again, there's the risk of us getting too close and getting sucked into the black hole. So you have to gamble, risk, and reward there, which is a very fun mechanic. I love when games are like, hey, do you want to try and like risk a little bit of this or take like an extra challenge or a bonus reward? Because if you're like having a hell of a time with the game and you're just getting your ass kicked every angle, you're like, okay, I'm going to play this one safe. I'm not going to risk it. But if you feel confident and you're thinking, hey, you know, I might want some more stuff for this run, it's got the option there. And that said, I may or may not have also sucked myself into a black hole once or twice in this game because I overestimated my thrust ability. So, yep, that happened. Pew pew. Let's see if we can't zap these ones. I was kind of hoping these would chain react. So we're just going to shred them with lasers, I think. Yeah, there we go. It's a little faster. Yeah, maybe we can just beam them after all. Oh, wow. Do one rock to get in my way, of course. There we are. All right. Pop in that container. Now, we have a access key, so we should be able to get into here. I'm expecting there to be a turret inside, so we'll have to watch out for that. Switching into first-person mode. Betting that's it. There we are. Right. Yep, I was right. Thank you. Okay, let's see any other turrets or stuff we need to shoot at. Yep, there you are. Pew. All right, let's open up these tech containers. So we saw quite a bit of stuff there and more turrets as well. Gonna shred through these things. EMP generator as well. I'm gonna pop open these shields and hopefully kill off all of these mines. There we are. All right, cool. So what do we get? We get a EMP generator. Requires the Sentinel class, which unfortunately we are not, so we're just going to have to salvage this. If we were the Sentinel class, we could make a big EMP, and that could be a very interesting playstyle. And so we're just going kind of classic mode. Alrighty, now we're talking a Weapon Overdrive Mark III. So this is just a better version of our current system. The only downside is that it takes 6 more energy, but I mean, hey, we have plenty of energy, and that is a well worth cost. I mean, look at this. Effect duration, cooldown duration, extra damage, fire rate, energy consumption. It pays for itself even with that energy consumption. So we're going to swap that out and salvage our old one like so. I have a destabilizer missile, which, if I remember right, disrupts the target's atomic structure and makes them more susceptible to kinetic and energy stress. So basically, this means they take extra 80% damage. Unfortunately, only works with the Scout and Sentinel. So if we were a Sentinel, this would be a very good day for us, but we're just going to salvage them now, their resources. There's some nanobots outside, but we are full health, and we have our full nano complement, so I don't think we'll need to get those. Not that we could. There's some mineable scrap over there, but I think that we are pretty much good on everything. I'm going to check the other end of this, see if there's anything we might have missed. Doesn't look like it. Maybe there is. There's a container over there. All right, let's go see how we get to that. It might be on the other side of this wall. There we are. Yep, so container, nanobots, unfortunately, nothing we can really use, so that's, well. If we needed them, they were there. You can see there's a station-looking thing over here. We'll skirt around the big old hazard cloud because I don't expect there to be too much stuff that we really want to dip our nose into there. There's mineable scrap on the way to this station. It looks like it's an outlaw station, judged by the 2 or 3 red tracks flying around. Just gonna pew away the scrap here. Not sure what makes this particular node mineable, but hey, we're just gonna shred it until it is done. There we are. Hi, buddy. Pew. All right. Our gun's slowing down time there. Don't ask how it works. I think it's just like overclocking your brain, so it seems like it's going faster or something. At least that's my interpretation. Or if you don't want to think about the sci-fi, just say it's cool and don't worry about it. Gonna stay on this guy's tail, shredding him royally with our Gatlings. Pew. There we go. See the black hole in all of its glory over there. I believe that we'll get a little bit of scanner info. There's some crystal and stuff, some credits. I don't know exactly how close that black hole is, though, so I don't want to risk getting too much closer. At least not until we decide to be stupid. We can be a little stupid. We get a tractor beam blueprints, and now we know how to craft those later on. We do more runs, we learn how to craft more things. Lets us tailor to our chosen playstyle. I'm going to activate the damage booster here, looking at that extra fire rate going out there. Pew. Drone server we're going to knock out, stunning the drones, I believe. Get the outlaw turrets down in a second or so. There we are. Zoom our flanking speed around like so. Pew. Quickly adjust to you. Hi there, buddy. You actually have shield. Not anymore. Haha. And alright, that'll be that. We'll grab the processors, some gel, compound, and whatnot. Fire on this thing shield generator. What do you got inside your stores? What are you hiding in here, outlaws? A light. How foul. Okay. Anything else, actually? Okay, Okar are inbound, so we'll have to move quickly through here. I don't see anything directly that I can access in there, but there is some tech containers I can get. Oh, hi, outlaws. There is quite a lot of stuff happening here. Okay, ooh, an energy core extender. Okay, so we're going to replace you, like so, and then drop the old one for scrapping plasma. And then we're going to basically just run, because we're about to get into a serious firefight. Ow. Yeah, I don't think they like us. Just getting that kind of impression, you know? Yeah, I really don't think they like us. Let's leave. There's places to be, and this is not one of them. The Okar are inbound. We have multiple missiles. Hopefully the Okar will jump in and pick a fight with those pirates. Yep. Yeah, so you can see 2 Okar corvettes deciding they want some. I don't think I'm going to do that, so I'm just going to activate my jump drive here in a second, trying to evade these missiles as best I can. And that is going to be us jumping into the next sector. So yeah, this is how the game can suddenly start to get a little bit hectic, a little bit fast, as we were just kind of carefully cleaving apart that station, and then pirate reinforcements jumped in along with 2 Okar corvettes. So, I'm going to go ahead and see what Miss Sharp wants. Supposedly we're blowing up a refinery's power source, taken over by some rogue AI. But at the same time, it's entirely possible she's lying to us. Because as it turns out in this game, people do that.
Now let's find that recalcitrant power core.
You really will do anything for this Carly person. This is insanity.
Hey, we all have our pursuits and interests in life.
In my defense, I do agree with my character on account that she is kind of hot. The Kelly Sharp lady. I mean, like, it's understandable. I mean, come on, you're a clone, you gotta live a little, right? Expendable lifespan and all that. Have some fun in the Beltgrades. Ooh, a Gatling. All right, so this is the Gatling 40 mil. So if we compare this to our regular one, I believe that, yes, it does just have superior damage stats. So even though this has an energy consumption mod, this one has a crit chance mod. So both of them have a plus bonus. And honestly, this thing just has better DPS overall. When we look at damage per bullet, it's basically doubled. The fire rate's a little slower and the consumption's a bit higher. It does require us to get closer, but honestly, we're engaging under a kilometer most of the time anyways. Spread's a bit of a bummer, but you know what? I'm pretty happy with this. We're going to swap over and salvage our old Gatling, and then just proceed to, well, you know, do this. Bop, 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 bop. So, see an Outlast Scout there. We're going to charge up our shot on. 3, 2, 1, and zap. Taking out most of his health bar. Going to swap over to Gatling. So, the spread does limit our effective engagement range, so we'll have to be a little more aggressive, but honestly, I mean, we're in kissing distance of most of these craft anyways, so hey, what's the big deal? All right, we need to restore power to the refinery. So the question is, how do we go about doing that? I'm assuming that that is the refinery over there, but I did think I saw something glowing this way. Mineable ore, G&B fighters. Well, that looks kind of important. Let's go take a look what this is. Might just be a mining node or something along those lines. We'll mine that ore later on if we decide to. Okay, well, this looks sort of important. Drone server. All right, that's going to be the first thing to go down. There we are. Outlaw drones gonna pop. Luckily, the mines are not pursuing. Okay. They brought their friends. Hi, buddy. Pew. It's up. Use our newfound pew to get them. To pulse fire into these drones a little bit. Pew. Gonna try and stay evasive here as we are taking quite a bit of fire. Gotta fire a shield breaker missile so I don't have to worry about changing weapon systems. That's part of why I like the shield breaker missiles. I'm able to knock out somebody's shields pretty much with one shot, and then I can just keep the Gatling gun revved up and eating into them. Nice little bit of intense combat there. Gonna grab these nanobots just to heal ourselves up. Boop, and boop. Don't need to worry about clearing the mines. We've already got everything that seemed to be there. Gonna mine the ore, because, I mean, hey, it's here. Why not, right? If you can get it, might as well. It's only gonna take us like 2 seconds. Some compound. We could probably... Do we need compound, though? I mean, whatever. Let's just get it so it's off our HUD. That's another thing, just plain little cleanup. So, refinery is over there. There's probably some switch we have to flip or something we have to blow up. So, let's just go ahead and take a look. Nice little backdrop there. You can see a big old spiral galaxy. Apparently, the Beltigrades, which is the area that we're in, kind of like this cluster of stars, is 1,000 light years from Earth, give or take.
This is the refinery.
I think.
We must be getting close.
All right, so we powered up one of these before to get ourselves an upgrade on this run, so I'm going to assume it's something like that as well. Here we see some different power node things. Let's assume that. That looks like a turret, if I had to guess. All right, well, let's activate these power units then, nimbly dodging our way in through here. This looks important enough to be usable. Oop, that seems to be it. Okay. Oh, there's a refinery there, G&B containers we could possibly access. There's the other thingamawhatsit over there. Let's just quickly access these in case this station decides it wants to be hostile. We'll modify our ship a little bit. Let's see. So, reduce collision damage by 50%. That's kind of nice. Increase your ship's nanobot capacity by 10%. Ooh, that is quite nice. Does take some credits, but that's okay. Temporarily grant unlimited sensor range. You know, I'm a fan of the permanent buff. Increasing the maximum amount I can repair. I'm quite liking that because we have gotten quite a few nanobots, and just honestly upgrading from 20 to 30 in our capacity. I'm quite good with that. Reducing collision damage. No, get me wrong. I do bump into stuff now and then, but I don't think that that is the better of these two options. So we're going to go with the nanobot canister. Yoink. And now we're going to go see if we can't power up this thing more. That is apparently broken down. Transmitting our access key and seeing what we do. A bunch of outlaws coming into play. Okay. So now we've got whatever this thing is, apparently. Destroy the core. All right.
That doesn't sound good.
It is a self-destruction sequence. Get away fast.
Ag! That says self-destruction. Anyone else see that? Self-destruction? Oh, damn. Well, I'm glad we interacted with that thing first, because,
What the hell was that?
Okay.
The core just exploded.
The odds of that occurring directly upon your arrival are too slim to consider it a coincidence.
So Carly really did set me up. Open a channel to her.
She must have altered her frequency. I cannot get through.
Uh-huh. Well, we still have her signature. Let's track her down and get to the bottom of this.
So we got set up maybe just a little bit. I mean, it could happen, right? We just do a little bit of industrial terrorism and all that. Just a little as a treat. Anyways, how many sectors we still have to jump to? While we're here, we could probably have the, we're gonna just pop this thing open, see what we get. They won't notice, right? I mean, the whole station blew up, so it's just kind of assumed. Right? Right? Yeah, we didn't possibly do an oops at all here. We'll just take a look what's in this one, too. Nope. Nanobots. Hey, you know what? We got extra nanobots, and we took a little bit of damage there, so we'll just repair that back up. There we go. Oh, good. All right. There's some nanobots we could fly over there and get, but honestly, I don't particularly care to do that. I don't think there's anything else left to do in this sector, so we're just going to hop on over to the next one once we orient ourselves correctly, charge the jump drives, and go. Yeah. Well, then. All right, we blew up a refinery. It happens. To the best of us, I guess. Yeah. Just jump over here. We might meet some more of our colleagues and whatnot. Let's take a look around. Who do we got? Well, there's elites over there, that's for damn sure. There's the nice little skybox again. There should be... Or maybe they're in the next sector. No, they're in the next sector. Okay, so that's just the end waypoint. All right, well, nothing really to do here besides just clean up shop a little bit. See what we get here. Some Okar drones. Okay, well, we can just bloop and bloop.
Target destroyed.
And bloop. There we are. I do love the long-range precision fire afforded by these things. They're really good for pecking at the drones, which normally annoy me a lot in this game. So, let's see. There is the Okar drone firing its beams. Like I said, they are very annoying. Partially because they really blind you, and partially because it does chip damage, which will wear down your shields. We're gonna pop our overdrive and just shred through this thing as much as we can. Switch to our guns now that he's close enough. Daka daka. And ain't nothing to it. Okar are mostly shields, so once you break through their initial shield barrier, you can take out their hull pretty fast. That said, their corvettes still do quite... They've got a considerable advantage over you in the corvette department because, again, you are a fighter. Like, you can be in a couple different ships. Like, you can have a little scout ship in this game. You can have a interceptor like we got. You can upgrade to a gunship at some point in the, initial starting screen thing. But at the end of the day, you're fighting a corvette, and you're a single strike craft. You're going to be a little bit on the back foot. It's not impossible, as we have shown multiple times this run, but... Ooh, okay, well, we must have hit the fuel reservoir in there then. Cool. Just try and clean up some of these mines so we can get close without detonating ourselves. That would be very nice. Pew pew. Alright. Trying to eat all of this stuff before I am able to leave. Scraping the hull a little bit there, but we have shields for that. Yoink. Ow. So as you can see, mines do make a wah sound and then detonate. If you're fast, you can get out of their explosion radius. One of the ways in Everspace 2 of clearing minefields really quickly is to just have your ship at maximum fastness, just zoom through the minefield, and by the time that their seekers activate and detonate, then you're already gone. But in this game, unfortunately, we do not have the super go fast button. So let's see. I don't think there's really anything else to claim here. We already got that thingy in this belt area. Not seeing too much else here, honestly. There's the jump gate, and then there's over there-ish, which I don't know, maybe there's a rock or two? We still have time, so we'll take a look around. There's something down this way. What is that? Is that just... it's just plasma. Plasma we don't really need, because if we take a look at our plasma, we have 90 of it, and we haven't really used that anytime recently. So we do have 3 crystal, so I don't think that's enough to upgrade anything. No, rather unfortunate. I would like to upgrade my weapons. I guess I could bump the range, but that doesn't improve the spread of it, unfortunately, so yeah. Also, it increased the energy consumption, so don't really want to do that. All right, we're just going to head on to the next sector then. I don't really think there's anything else worth doing here. We might go meet some of the other NPCs we find in the game who are kind of nice and interesting. I do like the game quite a bit. It wasn't a very big studio that made it. They're called Rockfish Games. I believe they're German, I want to say. But they put together a very nice product. This game came out about 2017. I think it got an expansion pack that I am currently running. And yeah, I'm overall pretty happy with it. That said, it is a bit of a bummer when you end up dying in the final sector and you then have to go and redo it, but that's just kind of roguelike for you. So, also, I think that you can technically, if you crash the desktop or something, because, that can happen, right? Oh, yeah, these things. Okay, I will say, everything but the stupid Weber drones. Those things I despise. Weber drones are really annoying because they hit you with this purple goo and it slows you down a lot. Okay, what the heck is that? I don't actually know what that is. I'm assuming that's a ancient of some sort, given the, kind of look to it. I just chew this guy up here and then figure out what's what. Mine, buddy. Ow. Okay, hitting him with the long-range guns. Bloop. Well, it's taking damage, whatever it is. Let's charge up the blast railgun shot. Bloop. Okay, what are you? And how can we learn to not get along? All right, let's charge up one last shot. Keep him at range. Okay. Crap, it gave birth. Okay, let's just not deal with that, shall we? I'm just gonna poke this thing from range. Okay, dark energy. All right, so it's some sort of ancient thing. Besides that, can't really tell you much. Cool. I don't remember encountering those. That's new. Or maybe I just don't remember. It's also been a long time since I played this game, so. Ooh, we see a scattergun 2880 blueprint. Okay. I don't typically use the scatterguns, but they are a very fun kind of space shotgun tool you can sometimes use, so hey, nice to have it. We'll just repair our hull a little bit here and then get on with it. See some, I'm not sure if that's vapor or missile trail or what that was, but nice little planet down there. Look at that. You can see the little storm banks. Okay, there is Throng. So, let's take a look. On our star map, this is Throng. He shows up as this guy. He's the biologist dude who we give our blueprints and scans and stuff to, and he seems to like that. I believe we can also spend Viridian energy on upgrades, and since we destroyed a bunch of Corvettes and stuff, we've got tons of that, so let's go meet him and see what's up. He's got this nice kind of spaceship here.
Specimen scans for me, Mr. Roslin?
I might have a scan or two. Let's see, where is your docking port thing? I believe you have a landing pad somewhere, right? Hello? Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of the... Oh, there it is. There we are. So, services, we can check blueprints and stuff, getting a bunch of blueprints and things. Randomizer mod, shield piercer mod and these other things. So if we take a look, this lets us convert a small percentage of hull damage piercing through the shields. Okay, so that's nice if we've got something that we want to just try and hit their hull with. Actually, hang on. It's a very small percentage of hull damage pierced through the target shields. So if I remember right, Ancients have like literally 1 hit point. This might mean that if we put this mod on a weapon, then we can actually just go right through their shields. I'm going to purchase that blueprint. That seems good. Decoy generator, nice to get a holographic projection. Might mess with the enemies. Plasma thrower, conceived as a mean to combat bug infestations. Tool can be used devastating close quarters weapon to deal shield piercing damage over time. Okay, nice little damage over time thing. That's kind of cool. Hull damage is a bunch, and sounds like it just goes through shields. So might end up picking those up at some point. We're going to take a look back at the modifications we can do. So I believe that we're able to install a whole bunch of random mods. Other week randomly watched some Nebulous, came across your VODs, watched 2 of them, really enjoyed game commentary. Oh, I'm glad you did. I've been meaning to get a bunch of my Neb stuff kind of uploaded, but I've just kind of been lazy and not done that. So I'd like to try and be, I don't know, informative and educational with my commentary instead of just, like, whoa, spaceships, kabooey kind of deal. So I try and do that for my other content too, and I'm glad that I helped you with that. So yeah. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Pull up a chair. Let's see. We were just looking at things we can do here. So we have the option to re-engineer some of our kit, which, if I remember correctly, there's enhancement and re-engineer. When we enhance something, it gets enhanced, receives random stat bonuses, and we take 3 Viridian energy. That said, we get a bunch of random buffs for it. I don't know what they're going to be, but hey, you know what? This is one of the guns we're probably going to keep till the end of the game. I'm just going to see what we can do. Previously installed mods removed, 3 random mods will be installed for that, so I can completely gut it, or I can get random stat bonus for the price. Well, I do like random stat bonus, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We've got a bunch of Viridian energy to spend. I believe that upgraded our shield DPS, which is not actually what we wanted for that, so that's unfortunate, but hey, you know what? We'll take it. Re-engineer this thing, a bunch of random mods for 2 energy, sure, why not? They're always going to be buffs, so we get crit chance, we get a spread mod. Spread mod is actually very good on this. That makes us much more precise on that. Yeah, we also get velocity, which helps a lot with that, because one of the downsides of the Gatling 40 mil is that it has much wider spread, shorter range, and lower velocity than the basic Gatling. The Shock Rifle Pro we're enjoying quite a bit as well. It's enhanced, so we're going to re-engineer this as well. Get 3 random mods, the 3 random buffs. I mean, hey, we had the energy, might as well use it. Energy is something that we can get from multiple enemies in this game, so... Energy consumption, Mark 3, fire rate Mark 3, and critical hit chance. So, yep, full charge duration is reduced. That's what fire rate gives us. It just increases the charge rate there. Tell you the truth, I'm kind of in favor of just re-engineering all my crap, because this is a good way for me to get upgrades. And you know what? Upgrade is upgrade. Let's take it. We got shield capacity on this, which we want to keep. Pulse laser, I'm not super duper attached to this, because I want to say that I can build a better one. So we're going to take a look. There's beam laser. There's a fusion blaster here, which... if I remember right, it is a seeker weapon. There's a lightning gun, which sounds very cool. Pulse laser, scattergun, thermoguns. There's all the stuff we can't quite make. I did want to make a pulse laser MX because I believe it is a better version, but again, we don't have the crystal for that right now. I can take a look around and see if there's any crystal in this sector. It's kind of dark, actually, over here. A little bit of stuff around there. Well... At the very least, I could just upgrade the pulse laser we have right now. Again, we have the energy for it, so hey, you might as well. Blueprint-wise, I don't really think that any of these are quite worth it. Increases or decreases all stats randomly by a certain percentage. See, increase is good, decrease, bad. If it told me what percentage I had here, I'd be more inclined to take this, but just randomizing my weapon stats, I'm not too big of a fan of that. Like, let me know my odds before I'm gonna gamble, you know? Let's go ahead and go to mods. We'll just upgrade our pulse laser here. Give it the old enhancement. Actually, can we enhance this thing? We cannot, unfortunately. So we'll just, you know what? We're just going to full buy on it. We've got the stuff. Let's do it. Put in some stuff. We got spread, fire rate, range. All those things very nice to have. Gives us a little bit more energy consumption, but we'll manage to deal with that. We've gotten ourselves pretty well upgraded. If we get better stuff, we get better stuff. But hey, we're just going to go with it for now. Let's pick a fight. Something just shook. What was that? That would be what? Okay, well, that's going to change things. All right, let's test out our new kit. They are firing on our friend, and we don't like that. Open fire. Got a pew here, and then light them up with our new Gatling cannon. Unfortunately, not dealing as much damage as I want, so I'm going to fire a seeker missile battery. Oh, okay, we've got enemies behind us. You know, that's quite nice, because that just kind of pays for our Viridian energy that we just used up. Got to dodge that shot there. Hi, buddy. Come get some. fire another seeker missile volley because I want my enemies to go away. Thank you very much. A bunch of missiles coming out here, so this is going to be a little interesting. Yeah. All right, what do you got? You are an outlaw scout that needs to not be here anymore. Pew, 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 pew. Quite a bit of health on this one. God damn. Ow. I'll recover a little bit of energy here since we are pretty low.
More
Oh,
credits.
crap. Okay. I believe it is time for us to use the anti-missile drone here. There we go. That's going to shoot down some of the incomings and allow us to engage this bomber effectively. Keeping our cool in the heat of battle is important, so we're going to pop the... Oops, didn't actually need that shield breaker. I already got him. Hit the overdrive again. See that anti-missile doing very good. Encountering certain enemies, it's good to use the tools you have been provided. In this case, the anti-missile drone did exactly its job there. If I had seen that I had a bomber on me, I would have used that a little bit sooner. In this case, you can see our buddy Throng over there just absolutely doing work against these outlaw bombers who decided they wanted to come out and play. Just gonna shred this one here in a second. Come here.
Okay.
There we are.
Things
Ooh, a
are
missile
swinging in my
defense
favor.
system.
I like that one. I'll add it to my list.
Destroy all missiles within certain range while active. You know, that is a very useful thing to have. I kind of want this. And the question is, what do we want to give up? Because we do know we need a lot of energy, and energy is very good. A 20% slow on a target is kind of nice, but I think that we're maneuverable enough that we can keep up with them. So we're going to swap with the missile defense with the target decelerator, and then we're going to salvage this thing, getting ourselves some scrap and plasma. Again, I am looking for more crystal, and unfortunately, just still not finding it. So we're going to see if there's some of that kicking around anywhere that we didn't see earlier. Let's see. Access keys, credits, and whatnot. So as far as fights go, that was pretty much the ideal fight that we wanted to pick there. We had an ally nearby.
Credits.
We
Nice
got
and
ourselves
simple.
a nice reward. And it paid back a bunch of the Viridian energy, I believe, that we had just finished spending. So we'll take a little look around the sector before we leave. One thing I did like about Everspace 2 compared to Everspace 1 was that the afterburner energy and the weapon energy are two separate things. So I don't have to worry about whether I'm using my boost or whether I'm using my gun energy, because it is kind of a pain to have it all tied to the same system. I think that it does add some challenge, but just having originally gone... Ooh, I didn't realize there was stuff over there. Having originally gone from playing Everspace 2 the first time around, where I had two separate systems there, and then it drops down into just being one energy bar, it does kind of feel like a bit of a kick, but oh well. Okay, we'll just grab whatever bits we can. Shield charge drone. Continually recharges your shield. Very nice to have. I have a GMB distress beacon. It will attack you if negative standing. Well, I'm just going to say I'm probably not going to be in good standing with them, so we'll swap those around and salvage the beacon. Thank you. Plasma-powered jump, which, again, we can get rid of. As long as we're not being completely stupid, we should be able to manage with that. All right, let's take a look. Okar forces are inbound. I don't think there's much else we can really do here. That's our cue to exit, I believe. I can see their ticks showing up on the map now. Let's get out of here. In this case, I'm going to just take a look over there. Yeah. Okay, so when we free cam, that actually does disable our jump drive. That's good to know. I thought that because we were on the correct vector, it would keep us going, but nope. Have to be careful about that. But yeah, we know there's an environmental hazard here, and we know that there's a hazard, well, no hazard here, but there is one up here. You can see that there's a service station and some other things, so I think we'll probably jump here, here, and then here, and go that route. Seems pretty fun to me, so let's do it. Okay, let's take a look around then, shall we? Elite G&B fighters, very nice to see, in case there's outlaws, which are on the far side of the map. Pair of outlaw marauders. I believe that those are the missile-throwing variety, so let's not deal with them right now. Again, you want to pick favorable engagements, and it doesn't mean like you have to Doomslayer your way through everything, but it does mean that, you know, if you're gonna like try and pick a fight, you should have a advantage. Because if you're fighting fair, you're fighting wrong. Let's see. We are gonna look for this one. Block. And block. Boop. Interesting. The time dilation only happens when I'm charging the weapon, not when I've actually got a full charge. At least that's what it appeared to. Okay, we saw something just jump out there. I didn't see what that was. Okar fighter coming out to play. I'm going to engage the Okar because G&B can engage the outlaws here. Just going to pop our overcharge because we have it. Grab some nanobots. That thing blows up. There we are. Very nice. A couple credits and stuff in the minefield. We should be able to snake these without needing to clear mines, I hope. There we are. Yoink and yoink. Heard one of them detonate and our shields got a little scrubbed, but that's okay. They'll regenerate in time. All right, let's take a look around the battlefield. Got some fuel, got some ore. Nothing really stand out spectacular here. Mineable crystal. Now that is something we want to hear. I'll grab this ore as long as we're here. Zoom. See the very nice G&B fighters. The elite fighters are the big scary ones. So they've got an elite light fighter here, which is this little kind of triangle-shaped one. They've got this big bulky boy over here firing his weapons off. We're going to join their formation and decide to pick on some outlaw marauders. Again, like I said, pick a unfair fight. You see those big missiles they just fired off. I'm not wanting to deal with those, so I'm just going to pick a fight that has me favored, because why wouldn't I? Somebody else decided they want to play, so we're going to go ahead and fire on that. Pew pew. And there we go. And we'll just collect the various little bits of loot. Yoink. Now we have more company deciding to come out and play. All right. What else you want to get? We're going to try and pick off the Weber, because that is the biggest threat. Mobility is life in a game of fighters, so we want to keep ourselves agile and moving. Gonna peck away at them here while GNB tangos. I'm also kind of hoping that GNB ends up losing his ship, but I don't believe they will, because if the GNB ships die, I can then take their loot. And there we go. All right, we are going to move about like so here. Just grabbing everything from this little battle space. There we are. There's one more enemy left. Never mind. There's another access key that we can grab. This is part of the benefit of not pissing off GNB. They can be in sectors like this and give you a very easy fight. On the other hand, you can, at the end of a sector, decide you want to take like one of their loot containers and then make off with that and be very rewarded. So you just have to know when and where to double cross them. Nice little fun, the Beltogrades. Hello, tech container. Nothing in you, really? Aw, that's a bit of a shame. I do wish that I had like stronger headlights on this ship. Sometimes it's a little hard to see in these dark corridors. Okay, mines over here, but I don't see anything there protecting, so it's a bit unfortunate. There is a container here, though. Let's take a look. All right, some credits. I won't say no. Every little bit does help. Mineable ore. We don't need ore right now. Is there anything we do need in this sector? No, there's those fighters and stuff. There's our jump point. I don't think that there's anything else left for us here, really. Gonna take one last little cursory look around and then go from there. Yeah. We did get some crystal, so we're up to 7 now, which means we can upgrade some stuff. Again, I did want to get the new pulse laser. If I take a look here, it should be the pulse laser, not the thermal gun. What do they call it? An MX. Yes, so I need one more crystal for that. Gives us a little bit better hull damage, a little bit worse shield, really. Wow. Huh. That's interesting. That is comparing to our current one, right? Where is it? Pulse laser here. Okay, fire rate. Yep, so that's inferior in every way. Huh. All right. More chaotic. When handled, does a lot of damage to shields. That's interesting. That's actually worse shield damage than our current modified version. Okay, well, I guess we just won't bother making that then. Never mind. Zoom our way into the next sector then, I think. I could build some more shield boosters and whatnot, which might not be the worst idea. And see, where are those stored? The interface is a little bit clunky, I will say that, but hey, it's I think the studio's like first kind of game like this, and well, it also is a lot better in the second game, and I would highly recommend Everspace 2 to pretty much everyone. It is just a very fun title. The Shield Booster Mark II, let's see, what's the downsides? Recharge delay, shutdown delay. I want to say that that's actually a buff, because that's a removal of some stat there. So if we take a look at these do take power cells and stuff from scrap and ore. That said, we have a lot of all of those. So we're just going to craft these. We will salvage the old booster. There we go. Going to make a couple more of these now. Shield Booster Mark II, craft and craft. There we are. Damage limiter. Again, we're not really using these right now, so we could just salvage them. But hey, we don't have anything else to take the slot, so we'll handle it. Got the weapon overdrive and the missile defense system. I like having that. Missiles are the bane of my existence, because when you get just too many of them flying at you, then you've got a lot to worry about, because you have to fly evasively with your afterburner, and then you have to try and keep doing damage, otherwise you'll just get overwhelmed. So having a tool just to handily shoot those down so you can focus on killing the enemy is very nice. Anything you can do to reduce the amount of micro and like just kind of stuff you need to do is quite good. We're into a sort of I believe this is a nebula. Yeah, nebula. So, unfortunately, sensors don't really work that great here. We're just going to have to rely on visual tracking. But we can spot some stuff here and there. Like, for example, there's mines over here. Phew. Take a look around. Luckily, there's not been a jump suppressor anywhere for a while now. We encountered one of those earlier in the run, but the Hunt the Jump Suppressor game is always an interesting little one, because sometimes they tuck it in the weirdest little places on some of these maps. They'll have to look around and find that at certain times. Like I said, though, we have not encountered one for a little bit now, so I'm very thankful. Just going to keep moving around here looking for anything. We can see there's Thruster Flare over here, an Okar fighter, charging up weapons, and bloop. All right. This thing has a forward-facing shield, so that's a little annoying. We're gonna have to get on his flank like so, and then shred him. Pew, pew, pew. Nice to see our weapons doing well there with the weapon overdrive. That little threat handled. We're gonna take a look and see what he was guarding. Probably something good around these parts. Tech container of some sort, I think. Ooh, device charger. Don't mind if I do. Hello, we have company. Okay, looks like pirate turrets or something. Missiles going off there. Gatling turret as well. Where is that missile coming from? Yep. Gotta, again, fly evasively, get closer to the enemy. That way the missile cannot turn and bank in time. We're gonna finish our scans here and then look for where that launch platform was coming from. All right, where are you at? Add some more credits and stuff here. Again, happy to rely on visual scanning. Having played the game a little bit, I am familiar with some of the stuff that I'm looking for. That said, I don't know if there's any more turrets around or not. Device charger, very nice to see. I do kind of like refreshing my device cooldown stuff, but I don't think it's worth taking over these ones. Damage limiter, you know, we'll take it over the damage limiter. Like, don't get me wrong, a 40%, that is a very powerful effect, but I think that the time it will take for me to pause and, like, kind of remember to use that thing and then go from there, I don't think it'll make a difference. So we're just going to swap these around and then salvage our damage limiter like so. And we have our shield charge drone ready when we need it with our shield boosters. Very nice to have. There's also, I believe, a damage booster, which we might want to craft. I think they're pretty cheap. Let's take a look. Yeah, damage boosters and stuff, we can make them pretty fast. So these are nice ways of just getting ourselves some extra damage. See, that extra 80% damage, very good for when we're trying to throw a big attack. Like if we had an Arc 9000, which I don't believe we can craft. No, unfortunately lacking the dark matter for that. So we'd have to go near a black hole to get those resources. So we can get something like plasma torpedoes, which are long-range unguided missiles. So we could get an 80% damage buff on that and then start throwing some torps at somebody, and they would be in for a bad day indeed. It's just kind of nice having the sandbox there where you can interact with different things and then kind of play to your decided style. Like if you want to play missile heavy, you can throw a whole bunch of those at the enemy. Like, for example, we've gotten tons of ore and plasma and stuff. So if we wanted to just be dumping missiles nonstop, we could. That said, I've managed to play in a style that doesn't necessarily require me to do that, favoring the guns of the ship over the missiles. Oh, got a little close to that mine, so unfortunately we can take a hit. Hello, there's something with a laser. Where is that? What is that? A GNB fighter and a OCAR drone. All right. Can't see the OCAR drone right now, but I can see its lasers. Ow. Where are you? There you are. Bam. All right, so drone down. We're just going to salvage what we can from here. GNB fighter taking a lot of damage here from these outlaws. Honestly, I'm not going to save it. There we go. That's why. Drone disassembler drops. We're able to shoot this drone here, then change targets over to you. I'm just going to shred through your shields with my Gatling as I can. There we are. And now, let's take a look and see what we get from this thing. So, has a bunch of different mods to it. Dismantles drones that detect resources, destroying them instantly. That is kind of tempting, not gonna lie. I do like the idea of, like, if we have a Weber drone or a gun drone just on us, then we're able to quickly take them apart. But with that said, it means giving up some of our other stuff here. And honestly, between the shield, weapon overdrive, missile defense, and just the energy extenders, I don't really think I want to give those up. So we're just gonna salvage this thing. Yoink. Again, I think to myself, if I'm in the heat of the moment, will I remember to cycle through my various buff systems, then pull out my drone disassembler? Probably not. So I'm just going to play off of my current gameplay style and then pretty much go for that. I quite enjoy doing the just simple combo of pulse lasers and gatlings and just kind of trying to shred my opponents in close quarters dogfighting. It feels really good for me. Ooh, we got a alien little life form thingy here, little barnacle style. Or maybe it's an anemone. No, there's space anemones. A little tendrily thing. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, it's shy. Anyways, we were looking for some stuff. There we are, tech container. Yoink. Hello. We got a basic pulse laser, which is, again, worse than our current pulse laser, so we're going to salvage it. Yoink. And we have a mainframe override. Overrides the target ship's control unit and makes them fight on our side. So we can convert an enemy, potentially. 80% success chance. It does seem kind of good, but, like, again, I don't necessarily think this is the thing I want. Now, I don't know if I could convert something big like a Corvette to my side, which would be very cool if I could. But at the same time, the consistency of just, missile defense and weapon overdrive, that's just stuff I activate passively and then don't think about. I think we'll just salvage this thing for scrap and plasma and then keep going. Because I'm pretty happy with our current loadout. And honestly, if you're happy with it, keep playing it. That said, do try and explore the different options. I should probably try some of the different holes in the game, like the Sentinel seems quite cool with its various technical parts. Let's take a look in the freighter wreck here, see what's inside this. Got some scrap. I believe the freighter wreck's no longer there. Yep, marker is gone, so shouldn't be anything else to pick up. Lightning storms like this tend to have resources in them, but with my sensors so impaired, I'm not super inclined to delve around looking for stuff, since I don't think I'll find anything useful. That's a random container. Why is that there? Okay, interesting. That said, I can see there's an asteroid over there. I'm gonna see if I can get to that asteroid before the Okar show up. I am expecting them any minute now. Did I already go over by these blue asteroids? I don't think we went by these blue rocks. No, wait, hang on. We went over there and there was pirate turrets. That's what it was. We're gonna check over this way real quick and then see what is up. That's a missile. But there's a missile, there's something that they're putting turrets to defend. So in turn... There you are. Ow! Couldn't evade in time, unfortunately. Alright, well, we get power cells out of it, so that's not bad. I believe we had already cleared this sector. Yep, looks like it. Alright. So we're just going to do our last little bit of zoomies. I want to say that that asteroid is something we can reach in time. Let's find out. Absolutely flooring it right now, so we won't have very much fuel or very much energy left to use for our guns and stuff when we get there. A mine cluster. Well, creates a minefield after it reaches its maximum distance. Only usable by the gunship, so we don't really have a choice in this matter. We have to salvage it, but it's still kind of cool to see things like that. I like encountering different weapon systems, and then you think, oh, well, I might be able to use this in a different build if I want to play the gunship, or the Sentinel, or I want to say the last one's the Scout little fighter, but it seems very fragile, so I haven't really played it much. Not seeing too much out here. Ooh, that looks like crystal. Hello. Yes, please. Thank you. Yoink. All right, 7 crystal out of that. Wonderful. Never seem to have enough crystal in this. There's a station here that looks thoroughly wrecked. Okar still haven't shown up, which is quite nice. I believe they will, but I think that the nebula makes it so that people are not able to detect you for a while. I'm gonna grab some little bits of fuel here. Anything we can salvage. There we are. We see this scrap over there, credits. Mineable crystal is definitely something we want. Thank you. Is there more up here? Nope, doesn't. Oh, no, that was the one we already got. Never mind. Take a look into here. Daka. Grab ourselves some crystals. There we go. Okay. That should be that. Some credits. You know what? Screw it. We have time. We'll go grab those credits and then probably jump out of the system into a new one. There we are. I'll just take one last cursory look around. I don't think there's anything more that I missed. I'm kind of surprised I can't scan the little anemone things. I think our biologist friend would want a scan of them, but apparently we just don't have the prompt yet, so oh well. I don't know if there was something that he wanted us to scan that I'm just forgetting to, but let's see, data, challenges, well, destroy flying enemies, destroying Okar units as webbed. These are a couple challenges we can do. As for missions, need to bring Tarim a Gatling. We currently have one of those equipped, although I'm not sure I want to give that up, I'll be real. It is a very good gun. We need Maurice. Oh, Maurice needs us to get rid of Frederick Lee, an outlaw. Fong wants me to scan lightning orchids. Still need to scan 2. Need to investigate asteroids inside lightning fields. Well, we know there's a lightning field over there, but I don't see any asteroids in it, so that's not really going to help us much here. Let's see. Pay Alec a visit to see if he needs help. Carly's double-crossed me. Refinery's booby-trapped. We're looking for her. Well, I don't think we're really going to find much more in this sector then, so. Okay, alright. Let's just jump out then. Seems like we've wrapped up this whole area. I'm sure I could go over it, like, combing many times, but at most, maybe I'll find another piece of gel or something. Not really worth it. Alright, there is a service station here we could upgrade from, so looking for that. Hopping out of warp, what do we got? Okay, that's a black hole. There's some credits, there's some dark matter, and there's some fuel. I can't tell how close they are. Perspective is a hell of a drug. Jump field suppressed. Okay, so there's a jump suppressor somewhere. I'm gonna look around for that. Now, sometimes the dark matter is too close and you'll end up, like, actually destroying yourself going after it. Just see, that one looks way too close to the horizon of it. Some plasma and things there, some compound. I'm gonna try and see if I can brave this or not. Yeah, already getting suction there. That seems a little risky, like, in terms of how close to get. But even if I'm pointed the opposite direction and I'm absolutely flooring my thrusters, I can end up just getting siphoned into that, and looking like with the range that I've got going here, I don't think I'll be able to make it out from that black hole. It is kind of clever that they make some stuff that's tantalizingly, like, seemingly, like, in reach, but just not actually. So they will convince you that, hey, this is a great idea, and then in you go. All right. Outlaw drones. There's comms hub over here we'll take a look at. Be able to get us a sense of where we're going. I'm going to just pew-pew. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. It's actually out of range. That's very interesting. Huh. Thought that our range was basically yes with this, so... Ah! Wrong weapon system. There we are, Gatling. Thank you. Container, please. Ooh! Another Gatling 40 mil. Alright, well, we could potentially just, like, table one of our Gatlings and then go for this thing dropping off with Tareen. We'll have to take a look then. Where is he? He's in this last sector, so we might actually... That's not a terrible idea. Well, okay, let's think about it, right? I can build a new pulse laser. I have the tools for that. So... if I just remove this and I just drop it, right? Can I pick up you? I cannot. Okay, so I can only have one of these things. That's unfortunate. Spread mod, range mod. Well, all right. That's unfortunate, but maybe we'll just be able to... Gatling, we're going to have to salvage you then. There we are. I was hoping I could store it in my container, but apparently not. Anyways, we'll just clean up these turrets and whatnot here. I'm going to have to take a little ad break in a bit because I need to do that on the hour kind of deal and make myself get up and stretch so that I am not a shrimp. And yeah, after that, we'll go on to more sectors and do more Everspace. They really don't like me. All right.
Enemies in range.
Okay, that is bad. Missile defense system, please activate. Yeah! Shield boosters up. Let's go. Holy crap, that is everything. Okay, yep, we're getting out of here. I decided that I made an oops. So we're just going to recover quickly once we come over this rock. There we are. Okay, so yeah, drone carrier showed up and decided they wanted some. The jump suppressor's there too. That could be interesting. What do we have to counter that? I have some torpedoes that could definitely work. Corrosion missile, I think, would do as well. All right. We're going to get some corrosion missiles made up. I think a bank of 8 of them should do. There we are. Seeker missile battery, very good against multiple targets, so we'll consider those. I just close and engage on this sucker best I can.
Gotcha.
This thing wants some, apparently. Owie. Unfortunately, our weapon overdrive is not functioning right now, so we're just going to have to deal with this guy's shotguns and his missiles and whatnot. We're able to outmaneuver him there, and there we are. Energy injector. We can salvage that. All right. Can we actually use that? Yes, we can use that now. Yoink. Free energy. Thank you. Okay, so let's go deal with this sucker. So we know that he is there. We're going to lock on and fire a corrosion missile and see if that gets through or not. I don't... it might, actually. Okay, let's see. What is the actual threat here? I know that these link drones are what I have to kill to get access to the, like, command ship they have, their carrier. We're going to do just that now. Now he is open and ready for business. Light him up with a weapon overdrive. Pew, 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 pew. Come on, buddy, go down. Might be able to just push through here. The corrosion missile, let's find out. Does corrosion go through the shield or not? Yes, no, maybe so. All right, we're going to pop our missile defense system and then dip out here behind some cover. Ah! Okay, ah, crap, ads. No! We'll just take a little break, chat. We'll be back in a minute or two then once the ads are done playing. I didn't realize they were this close. Be right back. Yeah. Alrighty, sorry for the abrupt intermission, chat. I got carried away with a little bit of fighting there. We were just facing off against the drone carrier and almost have taken it out. See, there's quite a few missiles coming around now, so we're going to have to deal with this thing in a second. Bam, and bam. There we go. I believe our anti-missile system is still working. Weapon overdrive will be ready shortly. Need to take these things out here. Bam, and bam, and bam.
Cross another one off.
I do like how my character gets excited whenever he starts getting a whole bunch of kills in a row. It's a nice little way of being integrated. He also gets snippy with the bot saying, hey, you need to evade when I take a whole bunch of fire. He's like, not now, Hive. Anyways, flat cannon, kind of a fun weapon. Does a bunch of whole DPS here. We compare it to the Gatling. It's not as much damage, but it does shoot explosive rounds, which go kablooey in a radius. So if I have a whole bunch of enemies close together, it's quite good for that. This has increased fire rate, apparently, the 5-5 variant. So that said, still pretty happy with our kind of aggressive knife fighter style using pulse laser and Gatling with the option of the shock rifle pro if we want to play at range. Just going to salvage this again then, keeping up our resources and whatnot. Ooh, big old shockwave there. Bag! The remote energy discharger. Focus the target's energy core to discharge and create a blast radius. Okay, so does a bunch of damage and stuff, consumes a bunch of energy. Interesting. Area damage 450, so okay. I believe that we target an enemy and then this detonates their energy core and then they explode for a bunch of this stuff. That does seem kind of nice for single target damage, but again, I'm very happy with our modules that we have right now, so just probably going to scrap it. There's more missiles. Okay, I'm convinced that there's a missile turret still locking on me. There you are, you shit. Phew. Alright, so now that we've kind of recovered from that silliness. Oh, I thought that turret was still alive. Nothing here is gonna jump out at me. I believe we've cleared up the shop. We got the scan for the region, so we're able to see pretty much everything. Hello! Okay, higher energy consumption, which is a bit of a bummer, but the effect duration and cooldown time is better. Range and fire rate increase? Oh, yeah. We are going to swap to the Mark II system and salvage our old one. Yeah, go from there. Ooh, nice explosion across the whole screen. Looking at that bloom. Shield here, which is, again, this is just going to be salvage bait. Yoink, salvaged. Gonna grab credit and the device charger here. Yoink, and yoink. Okar forces are inbound, so that means we need to deactivate this jump suppressor and get the hell out of Dodge real quick. That means we're going to quickly have to hold still and hack this thing. Sooner rather than later, please. Thank you. So just grab what tech container bits we can. Plasma mines. Okay. Could be useful, but I don't think so. Energy diverter instantly transfers him out of your shield. I don't really like that, because, I mean, like, my shield kind of keeps me alive, so rather not do that. Thank you. That's like a desperation play.
We've got company.
Okay, so we know there is trouble inbound. Where is the jump out point? There's the jump in point. Okay, let us see if we can't get out of here in time. Just really trying to avoid that black hole as I'm afterburning my way away. I know there's a bunch of other little loot things around, but I never got a chance to really go after them, so we're just gonna go ahead and hop over here. There was a service station that I don't think we ever interacted with either, so unfortunately that sector got very busy very quick, so we're gonna have to go see what Tareem wants. He wanted the Gatling 40 mil for a quest, which, you know, I mean, I really like this gun, but
you're wasting your time here if you don't have the goods.
He's a bit of a jerk in this one, but he gets very nice later on. So, I mean, he's a practical guy. Anyways, we will transfer him over our Gatling cannon, even though we really like it. So, there you are. Here's your trade, sir. Enjoy.
This Gatling looks as good as new. It seems that I really could count on you.
My pleasure. Wait, 1,000 credits and some scrap? That's a bit meager, don't you think? Is this the same scrap I delivered to you earlier?
My credit reserve is low while between deals. If you trust me enough to run some errands, I promise to make it worth your while in the long run.
I do have expenses, you know.
As do we all. It's a hard graph galaxy. I need processors for the Gatling modifications. I am presently low on resources, and I mistakenly gave you some processors last we traded.
I'll just have to take your word on that.
My memory also fails me at times. But I need the processors now, so please bring me all you can find.
I'll see what I can do.
Dealing with Oka? Do you really know what you're getting yourself into?
So, even though he seems a little abrasive in that, and, I mean, kind of rough around the edge, Tareem's actually a really nice guy. Let's see. Transfer these over. He needs 30 of them, and we currently have only 14, I believe, right? Yeah, so that'd be all of our processor inventory. So this gets us a bunch of progress.
We're
So
getting
if I blow up, then at least I've gotten some of those dealt with. See some Okar fighting against, I don't even know what over there, but it's a thing. We're going to grab some nanobots here while we can. See, we are full up now, so we can repair our ship just a little bit there. All right. And yeah, now we just need to get ourselves another weapon. So let's go ahead and craft ourselves a Gatling. I would love to craft a Gatling 40 mil, but I don't believe that I have the stuff. No, I need more dark matter. So we'll just have to settle for a regular Gatling for now. It's still a perfectly serviceable weapon. I do like that the upgrades are not like a huge amount of upgrading you have to do. Like you can add some little bit of like modifications to them. Like you can increase their damage by a bit. I believe that if we take a look here, yeah, you can get like fire rate upgrades. You can increase their hull damage by a bunch. So at most, I'd end up being like 30% more effective than the base gun. So just having even a base gun is still pretty effective. It's not like one of those games where your weapons are just made completely irrelevant at a certain point of the game because you haven't upgraded them. Snipe that last little shot there. Ooh, damage limiter, access key, and credits. Don't mind if I do. Yoink. Thank you. Let's see. Again, don't think I really need this. We're just going to salvage it. We have the device chargers, which I probably should make use of more. I just don't think about a bunch of my stuff. Oh well. Let's take a look. Ooh, shield charge drone. I've got those equipped. There's a plasma mine here as well. We're going to just salvage you. Yoink. Alright, what else could we find around these parts? Mineable ore? Yeah, sure, why not? We'll chew it up a little bit. Okay, so the shock rifle doesn't really do as much damage there as I thought. You're shooting me from there. Okay, you're... Charging up the weapon systems, and... Bloop! Bloop! Why are you recharging so fast? Okay, well that's rather annoying. To hit you with a corrosion missile and deal with your buddy in a second. Where are you? There you are. Come here, you. Using our corrosion missiles, because, I mean, hey, if you got them, use them. Probably should have gone shield breaker in hindsight, but hey, take these either way. Weapon Overdrive Mark II. This is restricted to Interceptor class, which stars. It does have less energy consumption and a better effect duration, but if you look at our actual buffs and stuff, they are inferior. That said, we do get an extra 8 seconds out of it. So that is a measurable side grade that we should actually consider now that I think about it. So extra 8 seconds of buff, quite good. Cooldown duration, though, is pretty long. I guess the question is, do we want to have that extra cooldown duration, or do we want to have the extra effect duration? It does also mean that our energy consumption is a little bit changed there. I think I'm pretty happy to stay with the one I've currently got, so we're just going to salvage the Mark II, because, again, being a Mark II, it's, like, statistically just kind of inferior, even if it does have nicer mods. Let's take a look around. So, Turin's over there, plasma field down there, we don't really need that. Plasma field down there, which we don't need either. There's something over in that kind of cluster. There's our gate to exit there, and lastly, a comms hub, which we can interact with. So let's double back and go get that, see what's up. Probably going to get out of the sector as soon as I can, since I have lingered here for a little bit now, and the Okar do like to come and knock in sooner rather than later. Okay, there's some tech containers here we can grab. Surprisingly, no turrets shooting at me here. I expected there to be something to defend it, but I guess not. Anyways, comms array has been hacked. Let's take a look and see around. Ooh, okay. Going to just salvage that flat cannon. Yoink. Nano injector instantly repairs a certain amount of hull hit points. Ah, you know, that is actually quite good. Repairs on the ship's nanobot efficiency. Okay, well, I'm not against having an instant heal. The device charging does seem kind of nice, but, like, survivability stuff, like, I get extra shield, I get a free healing thing. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna just salvage these device chargers. I do have the shield drones as well, which I should make use of at some point. See, there's a bunch of tech containers and stuff over there, drone server and whatnot. G&B has only one crate there. There's a tech container close by here. Let's pop that thing. Scattergun and a flat cannon. Okay, so not ideal stuff. We could take a look at the scattergun. The flat cannon we already have decided is not kind of in our build parameters. Taking you off there. As for the scattergun, hull DPS, it is higher than our Gatling slightly, but it is a shotgun, so we'll have to play around that kind of play style. It does have, like, incredibly short range, so even if we're super up close and personal brawling, I'm not a huge fan of it due to the spread and anglings involved with it. It's not a bad weapon, it just doesn't quite suit my playstyle. I prefer the kind of backup pew-pew I get with the Pulse Laser Gatling combo, which, honestly, I started the game with, and I'm just really, really enjoying that basic combo. It feels really good, so I'm just gonna keep going with it. Having the tertiary option of the little, like, precision zap of the, what's it called? The Shock Rifle Pro. I do quite like that. Ooh, this is a locked up area even, so we can use some of those access keys we've been accumulating. All right. Just zap that tech container, see what is inside, if anything. Doesn't appear to be anything. That's a bit of a disappointment, honestly. Okay. Let's go around the other side. Take a look-see here. Hello, you container. You've got power cells. Very nice. Oop. Those are mines. Those hurt. Gonna pop some of these before we decide to do that again, so we don't end up costing ourselves some health that we couldn't recover from. That said, that does not appear to be the way in. Okay. Shield generators down here, which we can not attack from this angle. They are on the inside, so maybe this is the door after all. Take a look. Yep, that is the red indicating that that is the access key door. Let's go ahead and look here. Have my guns charged up in a second. Once we take a look inside, there should be turrets. Sentry drone goes zap. There we are. Take a look, see as well around and about. Daka Daka goes that. We're just gonna hold down the fire button, switch over to the no HUD mode. There we go. Weapon override. I'll take that. Shield disruptor. Okay. Disables target shields for a few seconds. Some enemies are resistant to this attack. Okay, that makes sense for like ancient enemies that are all shield health. They would be resistant to it. Could be useful, but again, really liking our current loadout. I'm just happy coasting with the loadout we've gotten to the end of the game. Damage converter converts percentage incoming damage both into usable energy ratio. Okay, you know what? This does give us some conversion. It takes some energy from our max amount, but I think I will actually replace our energy core with this, because there's certain times we've run out of energy and there's just not much we can do. So let's take that converter, and then we'll salvage that energy core extension. So you can see the bar we've got here. We've got that green bar below our cursor, and then the red is the kind of reserved amount for it. So take a little look-see around here, just as we open up these. Bloop. Goes to you, and then CPU goes to you. All right, anything that we have not looked through here? Doesn't really look like it. I think that's the lot of the place. So, all right. Energy core extension, Mark II. Ooh. Oh, that is quite nice to see, but I think we'll just get by with one energy core extension for now. It might end up coming back to bite us, but I do know that we take some damage, whether we like it or not, so we'll have to just... those are mines. We'll just have to put up with that now that we've got a bit of the conversion going. We got, let's see, power cell gel. No processors, unfortunately, and I don't believe I can craft them here, so we'll just have to put up with that. I can't improve these to my knowledge. Nope, they're just the passive devices, so can only upgrade the actives as far as I know. And the shield, but the shield is kind of an exception. All right, we've got seeker missile batteries for like big missile salvo fire. 10 autonomous seekers just swarm out of me into the nearest enemies. We got shield breakers from when we want to knock the shields off something big. And a corrosion missile, which we just apply a stack of the damage over time to hopefully cook down their hull while we're chipping away at their shields and stuff. Weapons-wise, pretty happy about everything. I just wish that I had a better Gatling gun. What do I even need to build the Gatling 40 mil? I need dark matter. Okay, so we just never had a black hole that we could effectively salvage from. Okar forces inbound, so that is going to be our cue to exit. There is tech containers and secure containers and stuff over there. I would love to go get those, but I know that just it would not be a good investment for me to do that right now, because I would definitely have a whole bunch of Okar on me. If one of them jumps in, because sometimes their Corvettes and stuff have a jump suppressor, it will be bad news bears for me, and I will get stuck here and facing a insurmountable odds enemy. Okay. We're in Sector 5, so let's take a look at the star map, what we got. So we got a couple of different things. Environmental hazards here. Ugh, lovely. So we're going to have to pick some way to go. We might end up just going here and taking the Ancient Depot, because I think that will give us a way to jump forwards and skip possibly part of Sector 6. I want to say that there's 7 sectors, but don't quote me on that. I've only ever gotten to Sector 7. Maybe 8, I think? It's been a little bit. Anyways, Weber is down. Outlaw drone is going to go with him. I'm going to focus on these Outlaw scouts. Bloop. And bloop. There we go. That was a little dramatic. Okay, remote energy discharger. So this is the make enemies go kablooey. We're going to just salvage that one. It does seem like it is quite a lot of damage, so that probably has some potential of just snapping your fingers and making somebody's reactor explode. But with that being said, again, I'm just very happy with the current loadout we've got. It feels very good to play. It's pretty much the basic starter loadout, and just having played and refined that a whole bunch, it's fun. It might be vanilla ice cream, but vanilla ice cream is still quite good. Ooh, outlaw drone carrier coming in here. Okay. That has a jump suppressor. We can see that by the little swirly icon it's showing there. So even if we wanted to get out of here, we don't really have a choice in the matter. We are going to have to go for a bombing run. All right, so I could potentially go for a Seeker missile battery to make this easy, but I don't think that I'm going to need to do that. Go ahead and take a look over here so we can see it is protected by its impenetrable damaging shield thing before. We're just going to hide behind the rock here for a quick second to recharge. Go fire on it just a little bit to make it realize, hey, we're in combat. All right, launch your drones now if you would please. Thank you. There we are. Boop. Just click these down with a little bit of charge. Oh, what the? Hang on a second. You little thief, you. Come here, you bitch. Stealing my stuff. I rightfully stole all of that. Thank you very much. Thieving. All right, anyways, let's just shred these guys and then go from there. Daka. Are you open yet? Maybe yes, maybe no. Boop. Goes you, and then boop goes you, and boop. 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 Yeah? Yeah. There we are. All right. Is the shield down? The shield is down. Let's light them up. Pew, 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 pew. Giving him all we got. Throw a corrosion missile in there for good measure. Unfortunately, his shield does come back up, so we'll have to clear off his little minions again. That said, you know what? I've got a Seeker missile. Let's just fire off and see if we can't do this the easy way. That is the easy way, all right. Probably not worth it cost-effectiveness-wise, but damn if that doesn't feel good. Haha, you fool. Ooh, okay. Destabilizers, nanobots, and Shield XC. Very nice. And we can get to the next sector now, if we so please. So this is a upgraded version of the Shield XC. That said, I still like having that much hit points in the way. It feels very good to just have like 166 regenerating hit points. Destabilized missiles, we can't use them anyways. The Scout and Sentinel, not our class. And nanobots just are there. So with that over and dealt with, what do we got? We got G&B container. I'd rather not piss them off right now. It's the start of a new sector. Don't want to be that guy hunted for the entire sector. And we learned before that having G&B on your side can be pretty handy. Just going to take a little cursory look around these Belgrade rocks and see if there's anything actually worth having. Heard something just teleport. Where was that from? Okay, maybe it was what we saw just kind of jump out ahead of us. Either way, take a little look-see around here. Not much really to do. I think we'll just head on to the next sector. I don't see anything that could really be of interest in this area anyways. Just load up and let's go. Okay, so environmental hazard or area without environmental hazard. Given that we're going to face a hazard anyways, and if we go down here, like, well, I can decide, do I want to go ancients or do I not? Either way, it's going to be a massive pain, so if I can get through 1, 2, 3, and then a 4th hard sector with an ancient depot, I'm hoping it'll be worth it. Natural hazard, that could be a black hole, so we could get some dark matter, but at the same time, it could just be an annoying thing like an ion storm. You know what? I don't feel like dealing with annoying hazards in red sectors right now. We already have enough challenge. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Okay, so jump suppressor is somewhere in here. We're going to try and move towards stuff. So we do notice the jump signal goes up over this way. Okay. Let's try moving over this way and see. So it doesn't seem to do anything here. Actually goes down. So, ow! Sniper drone. The counter battery roughly where I think that guy is. I hate sniper drones, especially since I can't see them. Nobody likes being sniped by something they can't see. Just ask anyone who's played against Mass Drivers or Railguns or Nebulous. These guys are particularly annoying. Mind you. Yeah. Alright. We'll hunt that thing down in a second. Come on, you. Gotta be out here somewhere. Where are you? I can barely see it against this backdrop. It's out here somewhere. There it is. Gotcha. Aha. Bam! Alright, so we see that the Okar are in presence here, just judging by their big old suppression barrage. I don't think that the jump suppressor is actually on the ship, though.
They've locked onto me.
That said, it might be a problem we're going to have to tackle anyways. We have got company, swarm fighters. Alright, so we're going to set up our Seeker missile battery here and just deal with them the easy way. Because I ain't going to bother trying to hunt down all of those ones. They are too fast for that. Bam. Alright, let's take a look. What else you got? Hi, buddy. Oh, there's 2 of you. Okay. Well, this just got a little interesting. Alright, let's see. Loading the corrosion missiles, I believe, is the best call. Gatling. No, we want the pulse laser. Alright, let's go, ham. Fire. Try and shred through this thing as fast as possible. Popping another corrosion. Oh, please don't shield it. I'm thinking I can maybe just burn through this thing fast. Yep, I can. There we go. Let's try and hit those little shield drones. There we are. Bloop and bloop. All right, let's quickly recover from that since we now have a whole bunch of fighters on us. That's rather annoying. Okay, gonna fire off another swarm missile battery here just because I want to deal with this quickly. you. I don't know what that thing is with the purple beam, but I don't want to get hit by it. Where are you? Our drone marked 3A. Alright, cool. You are being a problem. Please stop. Thank you. Shield breakers. Alright. Die you. Okay, we've recovered decently well from that. Let's pop our weapon upgrade again and go after you. Eat shield breaker. And because I broke his shield, I can now chew up him with the guns. There we are.
Credits are merely numbers to me.
Okay, we are still in it, chat. Let's do it. Okar Corvette is coming up over the ridge there. We have a little bit left on our guns and stuff. The pop shield booster here to try and mitigate some of this damage, although I don't think that it... No, actually, that's the... I'm dumb. It's a shield booster. It's not a damage mitigator. All right, so we're going to fire a little more pew-pew here into his shields. Daka, trying to clear those out. Kill the shield drone if we can. There we are. Alright, and just light them up again. Daka, trying to just do whatever chip damage we can to kill these Corvettes. I don't know where that jump suppressor is, so we're going to have to find that after we clear out the area. But yeah, let's hit that overdrive again. Pew, 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 pew. Just circle strafing here. Got more hostiles inbound, so this is not going to be a fun time for anyone involved. Okay, Okar drone is our priority threat. Kill the little ones, and then once you've done that, you can clean up their escort. I say their escort, but what they're escorting. You get what I mean. Daka. There we go. All right. That's how we do it, chat. We got him. Whew. All right, there's a jump suppressor somewhere in here, and I want to find that. I'm going to actually do that before I do this whole, like, full blue thing. It's got to be somewhere along this rock. Getting strong signal either way. There you are. All right, so it's surrounded by a minefield, which is rather annoying. I'm going to shred through some of these with our guns if we can. Only killing the ones that need to. Have to get close. Should be here. Yep. Good, thank you. We'll get that container as well. All right, cool. So if we have to, we can get out of here now. With that said, we now are able to actually take a look and see what stuff we blew up. Park decelerator, energized boost. Oh, I'm not going to say no to some of this stuff. Hello, blueprints. Yoink. Energized boost here. Let's see. Increases your ship's boost for short duration, but shuts down the shield. So, I guess that could be useful in certain builds, but I don't see it being good for me right now. Our shield was what kept us able. I mean, we didn't burn a whole bunch of nanobots there, but it keep us good. Shield's ST Sentinel specific, unfortunately. Super Titanium Edition. Huge capacity. The cost reduced. Okay, well that'd be quite nice on the Sentinel, but we are not a Sentinel. We are an Interceptor. A teleporter. Okay, teleports the ship forward. Short, sweet, to the point, but unfortunately we can't use it. Rather a bummer. Into the recycler you go. Nanobots we don't need right now. Plasma mines, we can salvage those. And we'll just clean up from the various onslaught that we suffered there. Nano injector for the instant repair. Quite nice to have. All right. Let's see. I need to remember to use the shield boosters sooner because they increase our hit points. When they're empty, it doesn't really do anything, but I mean, it still, I guess, technically would increase our recharge rate and our shutdown delay reduction, but I was taking constant fire there, so it didn't really do anything. Oh, I could have popped a shield charge drone. That would have been very good. All right, well, we need more missiles here, so let's see what we can make. Corrosion missiles, I can make a bunch of. Scrap, gel, and ore. Yep, those are super duper cheap, so we'll just bang out a bunch of them. Could also do some plasma torpedoes. Unguided missiles, quite good. Shield breakers, I do like for the kind of fly swatting potential. For these, though, let's see, what do I need to make the seeker battery? Processors, and we used up all of those. That's unfortunate. So these do come at a premium, so I have to use them sparingly. In that case, it was getting a little bit hot there, so I elected to just kind of go with the easy solution of smacking every little light fighter I could. Hey, there is processors. All right, and a nano extractor too. Damages random component to repair your hull. I'd rather not do that because damaging components is stuff that's really hard to do. That's partially why I want the shields to stay up, because my components can get damaged and then that inflicts a huge debuff. If my engine gets hit, then I'm heavily screwed for a while until I can manage to repair that. That takes a lot of resource. So just having the shield in the way for that. Okay, we're gonna grab this last scrap and then get out of here because Okar forces are inbound. They've really stepped up their game and are sending bigger and bigger ships after me. Corvette pairs, some of the elite fighters and stuff, those new drones that we just encountered. Yeah, let's go before that happens. We knew it was going to be a challenge, but, well, Sector 5 doesn't play around. All right. That would be another Corvette. Sensors are impaired. If I had to guess, I can see a big glowing thingy around there. I am betting that is going to be on that ship. All right, well, given that we are able to get close, there's a energy ball. I mean, this is an elite by him, right?
This is bad.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, let's see. Yep, that's rather annoying. Okay, fire for effect. Ow, itch. You'd be so kind as to stop doing that. Okay, we have gotten through on that. Just gonna fire our guns for effect now, trying to dodge all the various things it is throwing at me. Kind of interesting playing dodgeball with spaceships, but here we are. Could shoot through this thing. Corvette Mark II is no match for our Daka Daka. It fired 2 balls? That's not fair.
Down a Corvette.
It was quite some work.
Actually, that was probably our easiest kill yet. It just kind of sat there and died. Ooh, front shield Mark III. That's for the gunship, if I remember right. We got Viridian energy fully popped up. Hello, shock rifle. We have a shock rifle pro, which is actually better than this one. So, we'll just salvage you from scrapping some ore. Got a mine cluster, again, gunship exclusive. So apparently all the gunship parts aboard this thing. Credits, I will not say no to. We are full on Viridian energy again, which I believe carries over between missions. So that's quite nice. Somebody, you die today. You're gonna pop my anti-missile system here because they are apparently deciding to use those. Eat missile yourself. Bird. Try and shred this guy down. He's got a sizable amount of health, or my shot's going wide. Alright, where are you at? Come here, you. Hear the missile ping going off, and I think that I have more company coming after me, so we're just gonna dip out of this engagement real quick, because we need to also recharge our energy. Find ourselves some cover here. Yep, there's the problem. Fire these off at it. Ow. Okay, gonna pop our shield booster here, and then just quickly
This
evade.
could be a sticky situation here.
Yes, it could. All right, what do you got? This outlaw bomber is going to be a problem. Going to fire a shield breaker missile at him and then shoo him up. Daka, daka. Ow. All right, anti-missile system. Go, go, go. Do your thing. The OCAR are coming out to play as well. All right, let's go. I'm going to focus fire the OCAR while I can. Ow. Ow. Stop doing that. Fight each other, please. Got enough problems on my hands. Don't need everyone in the biggest furball this galaxy has seen. Kill the elite ones because they are the most problematic. There we are. Access keycard as well granted. Yeah, this is what the like early on we were doing pretty fine. Now things are getting a little bit interesting. We have cleared the escape route, so if we have to dip out, we can do that. But I'm just gonna try and shred what I can here now. Taking kinetic damage, making me think there's a outlaw scout on me. Where you at, buddy? Come here, you. You want a dogfight? Let's dogfight. Heat missile. Daka daka. I do really love this game. It is incredibly fun to fight like this. Oh, you have shields. Now you don't. Shield breaker missiles, very good at what they do. You want to strip off an enemy's shields real quick so you don't have to worry about... That's an arc missile. Okay, you. Hi. Yep, we're going to take that arc missile on board now in place of our shield breakers. My missile system is go. Let's see. Chew up you with what I got. Aha, nice. All right. Anyone else want some? Ooh. Okay, time extender. Oop. Apparently, I can't equip that. Let's see. Slows down time for a few seconds, but leaves your ship unaffected. Oh, that's kind of cool. So, time dilation everywhere else except us. So instead of us moving really fast, we're just slowing down the universe. That's much easier, right? We could run this, but again, I'm just so happy with our systems. They're good. Gonna salvage them. I do want to upgrade our missile defense system. Increasing duration, energy cost reduction. How much energy does it actually use? It uses, quite a bit of energy. Still, giving it extra duration is not bad. Making it so it just like is constantly shooting down missiles. I'm not against that. So we're just going to slap 2 of those things on there. Missile defense Mark II. Let's go. This thing can shoot down missiles for about 41 seconds, which is longer than usually we're going to be dogfighting for. But I would much rather not have to deal with missiles for that time than, having to get... Evading is hard, okay? So is words. Gonna grab what nanobots I can. We are topped up on nanobots, so these should fully heal us, I think. Let's hope. Sensors impaired, so I don't think that the OCAR will be along for a little bit now. See some gel, some fuel, and some light missiles around there. We do have an arc now, which is very good, and I have the corrosion missiles, so given these 3 weapon systems, I feel pretty happy with what I got. Corrosion missiles I can smack into any random target, just kind of my generalist use package. I have arc missiles in case I've got something particular that I need to, well, if I've got a lot of particular things that I need to just go away right now kind of deal. And then there's the arc, of course, which, well, we saw earlier on what it does. If I combo a damage booster with that for 80% more damage and I do a bombing run on something, it is not going to be in existence for very long. Oop. Getting booped by the fuel tank there. Let's take a quick look around the sector. I'm pretty sure I got through most of the fight here. Probably anything that spawned in sector has now been knocked out. Still, there's mines about the place. I think I can see blinking here, so that's something we should consider. Oh, yep, there it is. Excellent. Compound, processor, shield breaker missiles. Oh, you spoiled me, game. I'm thankful. Yoink, yoink, yoink. All right. Shield breakers we're going to go with here and just salvage because, again, we described earlier, corrosion missiles do us very well. They go through the hull. Well, they go through the shield directly into the hull and they start eating away at that. Actually going to make just a few more of them before I forget. Because, yeah, scrap, gel, ore. We have plenty of that. Yoink. Thank you. Okay, anything else we really want to do here? Mineable ore, and some gel. We do need a little more gel, so I think we'll go after that, and then probably dip out of the sector. We have more ore than we will ever use this run. I'm pretty confident saying that. Maybe if we were to spam, like, what are they, basic missiles, I think? Yeah, light missiles are just scrap and ore, so honestly, you should probably be using more missiles than I am. I just like the gunfighting a lot, so I don't bother using as many as I should. Light missile, just, like, if you have a lock, use it. Let's get out of here, though, and see what we got in the next sector. Hyperspace effect is very pretty. All right, so we know there's Ancient Depot here. We know there's a unknown hazard there. We're going to travel to this sector and see what greets us. Okay. Elite outlaws, 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 and outlaws. Yippee! Well, at least they're not Okar. Outlaws, at the very least, you can kind of counter. Jump suppressed. Okay, there's a jump suppressor, I want to say over there. I can kind of tell by the glowy bit. So, we're going to see if we can't shock rifle pro. What is the range on this, actually? I should check that. Okay, so 3.4 kilometers. So we can hit this thing. Oh.
Result.
Yes, result indeed. Okay. Huh. Well, either they jumped out or they self-destructed. Either way, we will take those. Okay, so there's a bunch of things there. Okar swarm fighters we don't want to tango with right now because they're rather annoying too. I'm assuming this is pirate base, so we're going to expect to take incoming fire here like pretty fast. Yep, there we are. Try to shoot down their missiles on the way in and their drones as well. Yes, I am aware that I'm drawing fire. That is kind of the intention. You can shoot down their missiles, which is a nice little challenge thing to do. Let's see. Hello, you. We should have a shield generator down there. Yep, so that opens that up. What's in here? Fusion blaster. Okay. Ooh, that's quite a lot of damage. Relatively low range and speed, best used in close combat. Fusion deals more damage, but it has a lower range than its little brother. Okay, so 700 meter range is pretty close range. That said, that's a lot of shield damage. We're gonna swap it out for a quick second, try it out, just to see what it's like. Because the blaster is not the most accurate, but it does do a lot of damage. So, I am kind of thinking I might want that. Because I have the shock rifle for when I want long range kind of poking at stuff, right? And if I just want to shred through somebody's shield, this is 133 DPS. This is only 80 DPS. Wait, hang on. This thing is more DPS than my Gatling. Holy crap. I mean, I know it's got like basically no range, but damn, that's really good. All right, our enhanced pulse laser is going to go into the salvage bin. And I think that we're just going to upgrade this thing with whatever we got. We could boost the range on it a little bit, but it's only 12% on 650. Plus the spread is not ideal. We do need to get some more materials to install upgrades. I believe we're just missing, yeah, once again, limited by crystal. Rather unfortunate. Well, we have missiles if we really want range as well, so there's that option. Actually, there you go. This crystal right here. How nice. 27 items can be crafted by unlocking that. That just shows you how much we didn't have. Stack on these, get ourselves some nanobots we don't need quite yet, but still are appreciative to have. Plasma field out there we don't really need to get into. Shield generator, mineable crystals. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Just zoom down about this way. The drone server here we want to take down. Just activate my overcharge here and activate my anti-missiles as well, since apparently they want to throw them at me.
Another to Stardust.
Nice to see the little lightning going out there, taking out the stuff. Let's fire on that shield generator before the buff wears off. All right, give me that crystal reserve. Yes. Yum, 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 yum. All right, so bunch of crystal acquired. Yippee. We are up to 11, which is enough for like 2 upgrades, I think. Maybe a little more. Energy consumption. Fire rate, very nice, of course, given that that just lets us, do more damage faster. We could get the shield piercer mod, which adds the interesting quirk of it piercing through shields. I feel like that might end up with us doing a silly thing and one-shotting an ancient, but that does mean that we are also limited in the sense that, 650 range and the ancient guardians turn into black holes. So that could be bad. Could put on the Gatling, which could make for funniness. Maybe we'll do that as an experiment. Because the Gatling has... Okay, that's a bit of range. Fortunately, this thing has already got maxed out because we did our randomizer thing on it. But let's try doing that. Because I want to see if the shield piercer mod actually works on them. If it does, that's really funny. We have 1 dark matter, just enough. So energy consumption, shield piercing 5%. Small percentage. You know what? We're going to make it happen. Let's see if we can't upgrade something more on you. Critical hits. I don't think I really want to build for. It's only a 1% boost anyways, and percentage. Taking less power, which means I just am able to keep myself going for longer. I do quite like that. Upgrading our shield damage, so it's just more effective against that is also good, but it does come at the cost of consumption. Spread, so it's a little more accurate. 20% reduced spread is quite nice, but again, we are very close quarters with it. 700 meter range is not very far at all, so I don't think the spread's going to matter too much. Plus, it's also 1.5 degrees, which isn't great in the first place, so we don't really need to worry about that. I'm kind of leaning towards the energy consumption mod here. I would like to boost the range a little bit, but all of these are coming with the downside of more energy consumption. Just having the mod to reduce energy usage that I'm able to afterburn more and also use other weapons, I feel quite good about, so we're going to take that. All right. If we do end up encountering an ancient and I end up one-shotting it with our special Gatling that now supposedly can pierce through shields and stuff, I will laugh a lot. But if I don't, well, we may have, you know what? We experimented. So if it doesn't work that way, it doesn't work that way. Oh, well. Gotta go grab these power cells out here. Then take a look around. Bam, bam, bam. I do like the sound that it makes when it fires. Feels very good. All right, so there's apparently something around here. Ooh, a scannable. Nice. Any turrets? Yes. Daka. Gonna get close to that drone server and cook it off there. Missile silo, we're gonna shred along with this turret down here. Daka. Ow. You'd be so kind as to stop shooting me. Thank you. Anyone else want some? Alright, just gotta scan the little gel boy here. Drone disassembler, I will salvage you. Lovely. Nanobots. They're being very generous with the nanobots. I'm not taking any damage that I haven't been able to repair, but I would still much rather have them drop too many nanobots than too few. Ooh, a secure container. We have an access key. Let's take a look what's inside door number 1. Oh, it even shows us our credits in first person. That's kind of cool. And the cooldown timers and stuff. I quite like that. Daka, just gonna open all these up and see what we get. Shield disruptor, okay. Disables target shields. So we've discussed this before. Just gonna salvage that. Time extender, similar deal. Just gonna slow down that one. Pulse laser. Well, it does have upgrades built into it. Shield damage and velocity, both of those are very nice. But I'm confident in our ability to use our 3 weapon systems here. So just gonna, again, salvage this one. Yoink. Yeah. With that, I think we'll just pick one last fight against these Okar Swarm fighters and probably dip for the next sector. I don't see too much more that we're gonna get here. I love the environmentals of this where you've got like these kind of weird hanging rocks just floating in space. Does it make sense logically? No, but shut up. It's a cool game. Was that the sound of my guns charging? Hang on. That is. That is awesome. I don't think I've heard that before. Also, either these guys are moving really quick or my gun has like not hit scan property. Maybe it's just high velocity. It's a shock rifle, right? Is there velocity listed on? No, I think it's just hit scan. Huh. Okay, maybe I just wasn't getting like exactly on target because they are pretty small. All right, we see that some enemies have spawned in there. We can see the skull icon. Let's take a look down there. Yep, outlaws something or other. All right, well, there's a Weber drone, so we're gonna hit that one first. About 3.4 kilometers away. Ain't no thing. see. Where are you? We're going to charge up on that. Boop. Oh, okay. Maybe it is just like I'm not quite on target. So I can see my cursor turn red when I am over top of them, and I think that that means the aim correction will adjust ever so slightly for me, which is very nice of it to do. I'm just gonna hit the drones. Again, trim off the enemy's drone escort, so that way they don't have anything to harass you with that you can't deal with. So you can kind of duel pretty well in this game. See, he's trying to joust me right now and just completely losing. There we are. Now then, we have recovered all the stuff that we want. Scrap is not worth it. Let's get out of here. Time to go. Whee! Everspacing. I'm actually quite surprised I haven't died yet, because I'm like 3 hours into the stream now, and I honestly expected when I came back to this that I was just going to explode in like the first or second sector. But you know what? I've totally jinxed myself. Let's go fight an ancient. I want to see if this works. Entirely possible. Wait, hang on. What if I corrosion this thing? Does this work? Maybe so. Ow. Can't see shit. Thank you. Does this work? Shield pierce, maybe? Yes, no? Try corrosion. See if that works. Owie. I'm guessing corrosion does not work. Okay, so we're gonna have to fight this guy the conventional way, which is rather annoying. Ag. Bring a shield charge drone so it has something else to shoot at. Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much. Oh, spawned little other ones. Okay, cool. All right, let's see. So Fusion Blaster is our best bet against this thing, but that means getting much closer than I would normally be happy to do. But, hey, nothing venture, nothing gain. Daka daka. Ah! Can't see shit. That is the one downside to this. I thought the shield piercer would cause this thing to explodinate, but maybe not. Vibrating quite angrily. Ow. And flashbanging us. Rather annoying it does that. Hi, you. Maybe that's what was causing the screen shake. Okay, so I thought that the Gatling with its like percentile shield piercing might have ended up doing stuff. I can see that I'm hitting this thing. Whatever, let's just blaster it. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, so it debuffs us. Ah! Not a leaf. We're taking a lot of damage there, so don't get close to those after all. That is the downside of the blasters. When you face enemies like this, you don't want to be close to them. Pop. We'll just charge up our shots and then take a step from range. Pop, and then pop. There we are. Dark energy for us. Yoink. I can probably chip this thing from range. Give or take. Yeah, here. There we are. Gonna dodge like that. Most of its shots miss. Phew. Not the ideal amount of damage dealing potential here, but hey, we take it. Gonna chip away at this guy here for a second or two. His missiles are evadable, although they are kind of annoying. Gotta close a little bit there inside of their arcs, and this should be a kill in a second. I'm actually kind of disappointed that my whole damage trick didn't work. I guess it's just not quite enough damage to do it. Anyways, we see the black hole opening up there. We killed some of the enemies. We got some dark energy from it. We're gonna go with that. Did cost us a little bit of nanobots, but you know what? We are gonna make do with what we got. Corrosion missiles, unfortunately, don't seem to work against it, or I just didn't end up getting a hit. Not sure which one. What's the max range on these? 2 kilometers. Maybe it was out of range, or maybe it teleported. Either way. I'm gonna hop in here now, power up the old ancient artifact. Now that the guy is dead. And yeah. We'll go ahead and take the fast travel portal thing. The Head Start glyph. That sounds useful. These are glyphs that can be integrated. I was gonna show off the like loadout system when you start the game, but it would seem that instead we have not managed to die yet, so we're just gonna go into the portal and see where it takes us. All right, away we go. Should throw us further ahead. Ooh, into Sector 6. So, as you can see, we skipped the jump gate and ended up getting further along. So, those are nice ways to skip a number of jump points. It means you don't get loot from those, but if you are confident with your build that you can get to the end game, then they're a great tool to try and get yourself further forward. We're going to go to a hazard section and then probably skip that hazard, just going for here. As you can see, everything here is just full-on hostile. It is not a friendly place. Hokar swarm fighters all over, scan drones and whatnot too. I can see something purple out there. Jump drive coordinates set. Okay. And there's a sniper. Wonderful. Well, this is gonna be a good day. We're gonna find ourselves some cover and limit our engagement here, if at all possible. I have half the mind to honestly just jump out because I don't see anything I really want to pick a fight with here. These things have quick recharge shields, if I remember right. Yep. Pew, pew. Okay, you lot. Hi, you. We're just gonna pop one of you each. Just gonna quickly deal with that last one if we can. Ah, crap. Okay, fine. Candro. Ah, crap. All right, screw it. Secret battery time. You are being rather annoying, sir.
A successful outcome. Now let's get back to business, if we may.
Yes, Hive, I am working on getting back to business, although I'm a little bit preoccupied right now by all the things trying to kill me. All right, so we have survived for the moment. These light missiles we can salvage handily. There we go. Did have to use up another secret battery there, and we are not really able to replenish those, so don't feel great about using that up. I know there's a sniper out here, and I'm going to find it. Where are you, you little local bastard? Come here, you. You're somewhere out there. Stay evasive. There we are. I want to say that would have been a hit. I can see it, though. There you are. I can kind of see it. It's just super blurry. Hi there. Come here, you. All right. Anyways. Now then, shall we dance? Weapon overdrive engage. See, blasters absolutely chew through things when you get in close quarters fighting like this. They're even better than our Gatlings, so I might just end up using them for our dogfight stuff here. That said, you do have to get very close, so come with their own respective risks. Ooh, that was some upgrade thing I didn't see. Come on, one at a time, please. Thank you. Unfortunately, not enough power to use our missile defense system, so that is rather annoying. Okay, you're getting a corrosion missile for that. Eat this. Thank you. Sit down. Is that a decoy, or was that just squishy? I'm not sure which. Where are you coming from? So you are, in fact, real. One of them seemed to die, like, instantly, which confuses me. Normally, they're a little bit tougher than that. Alright, fire for effect. Bam, bam. Okay, maybe you are just a decoy, after all. That'd be rather rude if you were deceiving me like that game. Okay, can't quite get on this guy's tail. Have to afterburn and shred him. There we go. Gatling's still being very effective. Not super sure on the blaster, honestly, because, like, the ranges that I'm having to engage these guys at and the evasion that they're giving me is giving me a little bit of trouble. Damage number-wise, can't argue with it. Great numbers, but in terms of the effectiveness that I'm getting out of it, there's a thermogun here, which we're going to take a look at. So, thermogun in this case has a little star next to it. I believe, yeah, that means it is a enhanced version, so it's gotten some stat buff. These are pretty much auto-aim projectile things like we were fighting there. I don't really like them because their damage is super duper low. They are very easy to hit with, but generally speaking, I can aim. So that said, the Fusion Blaster, combination just a very short range and the not ideal velocity of 650 compared to like the, well, basically double that of the Gatling. So we're going to salvage the thermal gun then, just getting scrap and ore. I mean, if we have to spam light missiles, we have to spam, oh crap. It's jump suppressor that just jumped in. Oh, that looks big. I don't like that. Oh, crap. All right, well, things are about to get interesting. Gotta pop myself a shield charge drone for this, I think. Yeah. Thank you very much. All right, and now we are going to just do a bombing run. Where are we? Yeah, I think I can take this. I got this. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Eat some. Get some. I can shred you faster than you can shred me, right? Yeah. Have a missile for your trouble. Come on. Gotta keep going on this thing. We're good. Actually, not as bad as I thought it would be. All right. Wait, did it not die? No, it did die. Okay. Yeah, that's the annoyance of sometimes you can be trying to jump out and one of their jammer ships will jump in like immediately after you. Okay, have the blueprints and stuff I wanted. We are picking a fight that we should not be getting into here. Ah, crap. Shit, missile time. Secret battery out. I got Webered there, and that is very bad. We need to be out of here now, because Okar are inbound, and I do not want to face that. Time to leave. Oop, I accidentally entered camera mode there. I'm not sure how I did that. Yep. Goodbye. Woo! All right. Staying alive. Okay, hazardous travel mode. Let's go. I am playing on the hard difficulty, so if you're going through, you can play on the normal or easy.
Why are we so close to this star?
Do not be overly concerned. At the very worst, the heat will lead to short-term malfunctions of ship components.
That is actually a very good question. Why are we so close to the star?
Do be concerned.
Great.
Wonderful. Just what I want to hear. Okay, who's picking a fight with me? Swarm fighters. Wonderful. Pew, 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 pew. That one. Bam, and bam. There we are.
Oh, you're finished. Can we continue on our mission now?
Alright, we're gonna grab some fuel here. We're gonna let them finish whatever furball dogfight they were having. We're gonna find that jump suppressor and get out of here. So it looks like it's mostly Oakcroft fighters trying to pick off turrets and stuff there. A couple of them are out fighting a marauder. We're just gonna go for a bombing run on their guns while they're distracted. Nice. Engage our overdrive here. Just try and shred some damage real quick. That one's already cleared out. Very nice to see. Alright, how about you? Hi, buddy. Sir, I really need you to not be doing this right now. Uh-oh. Secondary weapons. Oh, we've got overheating. That's wonderful. Okay, let's repair our systems here. Because, yeah, they're overheated, which means that we can't really do anything about that. So try and hack this jump suppressor while I can. Apparently I'm not going to do that. Okay. Well, dogfight time. Let's go. I love the blasters against big targets, like the Corvettes that we saw, but fortunately in this case, we are suffering a little bit here. When they charge me like that, they will die very quickly. Let's go. All right, where is the rest of them? So that guy wants to come out and play. Not happy about that. We need to get that jump suppressor down so we have the option of leaving, because I really don't want to be here when, like, you know, everything decides to hit the fan like that. All right, so that thing is toasted. Remote energy discharger. Let's get rid of you. See that beam trying to get me there. Picking a fight here is less than ideal. So kill that drone so it doesn't bother. Okay, we can kill a Corvette. We have done this before, so let us go ahead and charge up our weapons and stuff and just light them up.
Oh, boy.
Why is our guns firing so slowly? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, our weapons and stuff are cooking here. I'm gonna guess that we have problems in our systems. Yep, primary and secondaries are overheated. Ooh, it's how do you say that? It's Comcastic? Thank you for the follow on that. Currently just evading for my life here as I try and run. Weapons heavily overheated as I tried to burn down that Corvette. Ow. And pop, pop. Okay. Life support. Uh-oh. Okay, you know what? I've decided this sector sucks. We're gonna go somewhere else. Goodbye, sector. Because if we're gonna just constantly be dealing with overheating, I could probably kill that Corvette, but I don't think that's gonna be worth it. We're gonna go to a place that sucks slightly less. All right, we have recovered. There's a black hole over there. You know, just like casually little bits of environment, and that, again, level design of this is very pretty. Let's see, this jump suppressor, we're just gonna repair components. All of our stuff is no longer overheating. As you saw there, if our light support systems and stuff, like if you take a bunch of hull damage, your different components can get knocked out here. So that is a bit of a challenge to contend with. Life support overheated in the last sector because we were super close to a star. So that was a less than stellar situation. Killed me. All right. We did have to use up our resources again, but hey, we've got a lot of plasma, we've got a lot of ore, we can make all the missiles I think that we want. 364 scrap. If I have to throw small missiles at somebody all day, I will. Jump suppress somewhere. Okay. Already? Come on, man. All right, let's go. That's it. Charge me. Thank you. And the blaster, very much an anti-large weapon by the feel of it. It's just kind of meant for those big targets that you can't miss and you can get close quarters and do strafing runs on, as opposed to the pulse laser and the Gatling, which seem much more suited for the larger target or smaller targets. All right, so I know there's a jump suppressor somewhere in this region. I'm looking for that iconic blue glow because I'm moving this way and getting increase in the percentage on the right side there. I'm assuming it's going to be this way. We're going to trim the drones here, even the odds a little bit. I want to try and pick off from both sides here, so that way I'm not fighting against like insurmountable odds. Make your enemies fight each other, because I mean, hey, if they're going to do that, why stop them? Never stop your enemy when they're making a mistake. I believe that's one of the quotes from Sun Tzu, dude who may or may not have existed and has some pretty good ideas about how to, like, you know, not get your ass kicked. I think that's the book he wrote, Sun Tzu's Art of Not Getting Your Ass Kicked. These guys should probably read it. Anyways, hi, Marauder. Damn, you fly fast. Okay. Cool. Eat corrosion missile? I can't actually catch you. Bam. And bam. There we are. Give him credit, he's fast. Ooh, yes. I will take a Gatling 40 mil. Thank you. Range mod ×2? Oh, you spoil me, game. And it's Mark 3 even. Actually, that's hilarious. That's a higher range than our base version. Granted, the spread is a limiting factor along with the velocity, but I'm not going to say no to more damage. Salvage the regular Gatling we got. All right. Grab some of the fuel and plasma mines and other goodies that we've accumulated in the area, and then find that jump suppressor. That said, we will... Oop. Okay, we will deal with these first. We're about to go on another little break here, so we'll have to do this quick. Boop. And bloop. Bloop. And bloop. There we are. It is satisfying trimming with drones and stuff here. So, actually, I'm going to take a second here. We're going to snooze those ads so they don't interrupt us, and we're going to keep on gaming. Come on, you drones. Bloop. As for this guy, we're just going to go ahead and give him the old overdrive frequency charge status. Bam, 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 bam. As you can see, once again, blasters, if you let them line up, they will do a lot of damage. Very good tool. I like the weapon sandbox. It allows you to be kind of creative and like pick which ones you want. The classic combo that I ran there, Pulse Laser and Gatling, you start the game with it. Feels very good. I just had my own like little variety of it. Now I'm using some different things. Teleporter Mark III. I would love to run it, but I don't have the mounts for it. This thing, energy allocation is less. Again, less hit points. Recharge delay, shutdown duration. It might be worth it. I mean, okay, let's think, right? I do have more shields with that. At the same time, most of the time I'm just taking chip damage, so it doesn't really matter, because like I'm never going to get past my 10-second shutdown duration and recharge delay and stuff. Like, I get my shields popped, they're down for 10 seconds, then if I take damage, it's a 5-second delay for the recharge to start up again. This has basically none of that. I do lose some shield, but I still get 90 out of the, like, 166. It's a bit more NG. I feel like this being, like, it's an XC for extra charge. It's Mark III. It's got a shield shutdown mod. It feels just too good to pass up, so we're going to swap it out like that. This is what I mean. Like, I'm changing my loadout out still as I'm getting better and better stuff. So, see if we can't upgrade that a little more. Try and get some energy down. Fortunately not. Darn. Yeah, just everything adds energy consumption. Oh, well. Let's see what we got in here. Hello, you. Boop, 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 boop. All right, let's shut down that jump suppressor. These are the real annoying ones that we're dealing with now. I mentioned this earlier in the stream, like a couple sectors ago, where jump suppressors will, like, screw you over. Like, if you're about to jump out and an OCAR Corvette jumps in and it's got a jump suppressor on it, it's a bad time for you. So you have to kill that thing, and, well, that has ended one or two of my runs, I will admit. So we got some outlaws over here we can take out real quick. These are just anti-missiles. I think I can actually just go for their bomber, and that should take care of the escorts. So if I just charge up shots from this range, I don't think he can get missiles. Oh, okay. Yeah, the anti-missile drones will detonate because they don't have a guidance. That's very nice. Uh-oh. This is what I'm talking about. We got jump suppressor inbound. That's going to be an OCAR ship. All right. Let's see. We have a Corvette. We have a... all right. Missiles out in the water. Get me in close, Chief, and let's get him. Gonna light up everything I got on this thing. Pew, 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 pew. I believe that my Gatling 40 mil is better against hull than my blaster is, so we're just gonna keep using that here. A combination of our arsenal. Ta-da! There we are. Another target down. On their own, they're not so bad. It's just when you get a whole swarm of everything else chasing you that they are very, very difficult to deal with. A Weber drone. I hate these things. Be gone! This is the tool of the enemy. I shall not tolerate it. Yeah. Boop. And, OCAR fighter. Okay, so these are shielded from the front, I think. Ooh, foil gun. So it's ferromagnetic projectiles. Ah, okay. That's kind of cool. Not better damage than either of our stuff, really. I believe that this is just... Actually, we're going to swap these out real quick, and I'm going to try and show what this looks like. So I believe that, yeah, it's just a kind of like pew-pew-pew laser thing, which is quite nice, actually. You enjoy that. Pew-pew-pew-pew-pew. All right. So while that is kind of fun, it doesn't have the same, like, charge up and snap enemies from afar kind of factor, so I think that we won't end up using it. It does have quite good range in other circumstances. I would highly consider it, but I am very happy with the Shock Rifle Pro that we have invested in. So we're going to swap out, and no, actually, we're going to swap out Coil Gun. There we are. So even though it's enhanced, even though it's got 2 pluses, I'm just not quite feeling it over the Shock Rifle. Shock Rifle is like, it's exactly precise. There's no spread factor I had to deal with. This thing can charge up, and I can deal a lot of damage with it. I'm pretty happy. So there. Salvage this thing like so. Same deal with the beam laser here. This thing is just a basic weapon, so we're going to get rid of that. Viridian energy I wish I could use. I already used up all the Viridian I could this run. All right. And then there's just a shield drone left over. Goodbye. Okay. Is there anything worth salvaging? There is a black hole, which has things in it. Energy dispensers here we can salvage, maybe. I didn't see any more tech crates that may contain stuff we want, and that's also just our cue to exit here. Energy discharger, could use that to make it go kablooey. Don't really have a slot for it. Let's just jump to the next sector, shall we, chat? Nyom. Okay. It takes us to the star map, so that'll be the last one of this sector. We're actually going to take our little 3-minute on the hour ad breaky thing here, because I need to go get myself some more water. I've been sipping between moments that my mouth has been moving around. So yeah, I'll be back in 3 minutes. You can catch some more of my silliness then, and we'll have a good time. See you in 3, chat. Alrighty, chat. We are back in it again, hopping in Everspace, Sector 6, final destination. Let us go. I believe it's the final one anyways. I want to say that Sector 7 is the last one. It has been a little bit. Here's the jump gate. We could just beeline straight to that, but we're going to take a quick little look-see around, see if there's anything more that we want. I do see the structure over here, but there's an Okar Swarm Fighter nest there. You can see like the 4 trails of them moving stupid quick. do get a track on them firing. My cursor turns red, which tells me I do have a lock. Bam and bam. This is part of why I like the sort of charge-up gun. That was a sniper blast. Okay, so another one of these. Gonna have to fly evasively here as best as I can. Trying to just kind of do some silliness there. We are. Be on that.
That's just what I need.
Oh, wonderful. Buddy, I really don't need you to hit me right now. Thank you. Ow. Okay, who is scanning me? That is less than stellar. Thank you. Why can you not tweak more, please? Thank you. Ouch. Alright. Bam, bam. Okay, you need to eat a missile, and then I need to boost my shields up here real quick. Blast on you. Weapon overdrive engage. Alright. Getting a little hairy here. Click over again to the right tool for the job. Try to hit these. Okay, I'm just gonna pop our last seeker battery here because I am a little bit in deep. There we are. That cleans up things nicely. Ow. Sure. Okay, how about you? You want some? Yeah, shield up fast. Okay. It wouldn't be so bad if I didn't have to deal with that outlaw drone as well. The sniper that's getting me. You. There we are. Okay, who wants some? You? Yes, you. Okay. You kindly eat missiles. Okay, we're gonna activate our emergency repairs and stuff now. But try and, let's see, we're going to use this, and we're also going to use one of these, which will drop mines behind us. I need to make some missiles real quick. It's the handy thing. We can get a seeker missile battery here, which I'm gonna quickly whip together. And then we're probably just gonna throw together a whole bunch of light missiles, since we have the resources. There we go. Full bank, more or less, of those. All right, seeker missile battery, go, launch. Get ourselves the light missiles ready and willing to go. All right, trying to stay evasive here and struggling. And drop some more mines. Boop. Don't know if those will do anything, but hey, every little bit helps, right? All right, as for you, gonna pop everything we've got. You have cloak. That's rather annoying. That stupid sniper is still out there somewhere. Trying to stay evasive, keeping away from them all. All right, I've got missiles. Let's use them. You. So what I meant by sometimes you just need to throw light missiles at something. Like this guy. Stop it, you. This is expensive, damn it. One last light missile. Let's make it count. Okay, take a look around. Another Arc 9000. Don't mind if I do. That takes us to 2 of them now in our missile bank. That sniper has been a bane of my existence for too long now. Okay. The outlaws will handle that thing. I'm going after that stupid sniper bot wherever it is. I can see it here. I want that thing to not be sniping me anymore. There you are. Tough little thing. Yeah. Who decided invisible snipers is a good idea? Anyways, we have recovered a little bit here, so we're going to go ahead and engage onto the elite there, since you should take out that other fighter pretty handily, like we see there. Right, gotta pop our weapon overdrive and just try and go for this shot here. Oh, thought he was a little bit lower than he was. Ah, crap, ow, 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 ow. Sir, I need you to just hold still, please. Thank you. I'm gonna daka you down now. That. I don't want to have to use an Arc 9000 if I don't have to, because, well, they're expensive and I can't get them more of them. And if I'm gonna go for a big boom, it's gonna be against a bigger target than just one guy. There we are. Plasma mines, check. Access keys, check. Bunch of nanobots got used, unfortunately, but hey, we got quite a bit of stuff out of that. Let's go ahead and recover here. Damage limiter, I would like that in place of these plasma mines. We will salvage these ones. No, actually, we will swap and then salvage these ones. There we are. Inventory manglement is good to go. Some more missiles ain't a bad idea. We can get a whole bunch of corrosion missiles, which seem very good to me, so I think we'll just go ahead and make those. Get 8 of them, like so. Again, kind of wishing I had the pulse laser instead of the blaster, just struggling a little bit to hit those very agile enemy types. That said, we have 2 pocket nukes, which I am pretty happy about. So we're going to find a damage booster somewhere and pretty much just make somebody have a very bad day. Because 80% boost on something that already deals like 2,000 damage is great. Okay, there's that hull over there. You know what? Honestly, with the amount of time we spent dogfighting here, I'm not going to risk it. I feel confident with what I've got. We're just going to go for it. Hit that jump gate, see if we can't get to the next sector. I'm hoping it's the last one. If it's not, then we're gonna have some serious slog to go through, because Sector 7, if this is Sector 6, like, this has been challenging. Okay, it was the last one. Cool. So, this is Sector 7.
Here we go again.
We have a bunch of things we have to deal with.
Outlaws.
So,
We must clear the path to attain authorized
that
access.
is a bunch of stuff
Right.
there. I think that might actually be my old kit. Huh. That's probably from, yeah, that's when I died here last time. That's kind of cool. Okay. So, all right, I need to defeat a bunch of outlaw waves, and I'm going to do just that now if I can. Pop, pop. Pop. I've got the defense turrets. I'm actually going to go take a look at my old corpse then, I believe, because the looks of it, this is where I, completely may or may not have exploded the last time I played this game. I didn't know that it kept your old stuff here. That's very handy. It means now you can just race to the end if you died on the final level. That is actually really nice. Huh. We are learning something together, chat. Now, because I have my anti-missile system, I'm not too afraid of these. Have to take out his anti-missile drones myself. Anti-missile system is active. There we are. Fire for effect on you. Zap, 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 zap. Goes this. Switching to our chain gun. Daka, daka. Let's go. Gatling time. Pew, 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 pew. Why are you running so fast? Goddamn. Get a corrosion missile. Eat it. Yeah. Bam. Alright, there we are. We drop ourselves a plasma mine or two there in case somebody's chasing us. Get ourselves another one in a second. There we are. I mean, hey, we got consumables. Might as well use them. This outlaw bomber will eat it in a second or two. Boop. I'm going to go take a look at our old loot pile. Kind of cool to see all this old stuff. Yeah, that is my old ship. Look at that. Huh. That is pretty cool. Energy consumption greatly reduced. Cooldown ration. You know what? We're going to swap over to that one because that thing seems pretty good. I literally built this last time I played the game. I did not know this was a feature. This feels really cool now. Like, I'm actually incredibly happy because I thought I was going to have to just, like, pretty much, suffer a whole bunch of runs if I fail in the last second. Oh, I just realized how many of them there is. Okay, you're going to just eat a missile, please, and thank you. Because my missile defense, I don't have enough power to actually run right now. Missile defense active. Okay, phew. Let's just recover. There we are. Please and thank you.
You did well.
All right.
I register no further jump signatures.
I just hope Seth didn't already gain access.
Let's swap out to our pulse laser, because I feel pretty good with our weapon combo here. The pulse laser, very good at shield damage here. And the fusion blaster, while it is good, I don't see us
My
fighting
scanners
anything
indicate that he is
big.
still alive and near the entrance.
And we have to go
All
find
right.
our original
Let's end this once and for
person, I
all.
believe. Let's swap this over. I am so glad I found all my old stuff. I didn't know that this was a feature. This is so great. See our old coil gun and things. I'm going to just leave some of these things here because I might need these at some point. Energy injectors. That does sound pretty good. Nano injector. We can repair ourselves a little bit. We'll keep this as a heal. This thing probably, we'll ditch the plasma mines. We're just going to drop them instead. Then select the, where are they? Energy injectors. Yes, thank you. Those will be very handy in the upcoming button. So we have to go find Adam Roslin's lab. Adam Roslin is the name of our character. I am so happy that this is here. Like, I didn't think that this was going to be a thing. Yippee! Okay, there's energy inputs here. I'm wondering, 'cause I think that we need an energy core. Okay, so I know there's a way to get energy cores. I want to power this stuff up because, like, you were able to power up the artillery turrets before somehow when I got here. I don't remember how that was because it's been many months since. Also, look at this, like, cool little asteroid landscape. There's so much cool stuff. All right, plasma fields, mineable crystals, ores, artillery turrets. Maybe well, it's just, resources to gather, right? So, yoink, yoink, slurp, slurp. Boop. There we are. All right, I want to know how to get an energy input. Maybe it's something for later? Because I remember I flew around and activated these turrets somehow. I thought they had a energy input too, but apparently not. Ooh, I can also get some crystal and then maybe upgrade my guns. Mind if I do. 6 crystal upgrade. All right, let's see. What can we get on this thing? It's got range mod. Energy consumption. Less energy is quite good. Because, again, we're mostly taxed on energy for our performance here instead of actual fire rate. So we'll just go ahead and take that. Yoink. Thank you. Upgraded efficiency. Looks pretty good for everything here. We got a quick charge shield. Yeah. Pretty happy with it. Nano injectors, EMP fields. Anything else we really want? Nope. I didn't see how we activated these turrets. I think we just went over and hacked them. Maybe that missile silo is for something later. I don't know. It says we need a energy orb, and what was it? Energy orb, energy core. I have no idea where to get one of those from. So we're just gonna have to live without missiles for right now, which is rather unfortunate. Unless it's over here. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Maybe it's a mechanic later that we'll learn about. Either way, Adam Roslin's lab is ahead. We're gonna go find out what he wants. Well, okay, I think he wants to not die. That was something he established, because I'm pretty sure he was poisoned and then came here, put himself in stasis, and then sent his clones to come retrieve him, which is us. So we're gonna just afterburn our way over here. Recharge our juice before we get there. Take the long, slow walk upwards. There we go. What do you guys gotta say? Ooh. The way you're meant to die. Huh. I reached the lab on hard difficulty.
Something has changed. These are my memories. I made it inside the hangar. There was Nobu, lying injured by the defense system. I was still alive, barely. I had so many questions, but didn't know where to start. He fixed me with his gaze. Then he laughed, mocked me. He seemed crazed, rabid with pain. In that moment, I didn't know whether to hate him or feel compassion for him. I had to make a decision. In the end, I realized that to start the next chapter of my story, his story had to end. With Nobu dead, my DNA was validated by the system. I was led to the lab. There he was, Adam Roslin, my original, waking from stasis. We looked at each other for a long time. It was a moment of reckoning. Then we talked, perhaps for hours. Roslin was filled with remorse, heavy with regret. He seemed to realize that I was not just a dull clone. He admitted his plan was ill-constructed. What was expected was a body replacement. What arrived was a person, a thinking, feeling being. Me. Roslin had reached the end of the line, and my lifespan was limited too. The clone sequencing he initiated had left me flawed. There was a chance for me to carry on, but not Roslin. So he instructed me in what to do. With the missing DNA fragments, I could use the lab's transfiguration pod and make myself complete. He showed me how to localize the fragments on the star map. Out of stasis, it didn't take much longer for the cytotoxin to finally do its work and kill Roslin. I had much to do. There were new possibilities, although time was limited in my current iteration. I needed a fresh body, and there was only one way to get it.
Huh. Okay. Wow. So I now realize I was like so much closer to actually beating the game than I thought I was. Like when I died last time, I was on like the final wave of hostiles to assault me, and I had killed like 8 out of 13, I think it said when I jumped in. Damn. Because I remembered I got Webbered, and then like I just couldn't move, and then missiles hit me, and it was like, ah, crap, this game. I had to go do like a multiple hour run again. No, I have to get all my stuff all over. Now I realize I could have just sped run back to it, and my like old stuff would have been there, and I could have grabbed it. Damn, I wish I'd finished this sooner. Okay. Cool. Number 12 is alive. So now that like my character's died, let's go back to the hangar then, I guess. DNA fragments will now be displayed on your star map. Collected DNA fragments to deliver them to Adam Roslin's secret lab in order to fix your DNA. Oh, note that pending fragments will be lost if you do not reach the lab during a run. DNA page was added to the data screen showing the amount of DNA fragments on. Huh. Okay. perks. Oh, say. So I'll explain a little bit about the game. So when you first start up, you get like your interceptor. This is the Colonial Interceptor, medium class fighter. It's kind of my favorite. It's the one I've done a whole bunch with. I've unlocked the Colonial, or not the Colonial Scout. I've unlocked the Sentinel. I just haven't done a run with it yet, and I can get these for fairly cheap. Anyway, I'm just gonna unlock these right now because I can. There we go. Ba-ba. Anyways, I got the custom paint jobs done with this thing, so you can customize it a little bit. As for setup, you can change a little bit of your stuff here. You get your starting loadouts. So, example, you can start with a beam laser. This limits, I believe, your maximum slots, I think. Maybe it's just what you start with. So, I quite like the basic loadout. Pulse laser and Gatling feels really good. You can go beam laser, which has respectable damage here. It's just kind of good against everything. You can start with the fusion blast or scattergun if you want to play your super close quarters aggression mode. If you look at this thing and look at this thing, well, we saw how that played using the fusion blaster, but yeah. Anyways, to the perks section, you can get a bunch of different perks. So each time you do a run, you can get awarded credits, how you complete it. And then you can get different things like increase the max speed, the boost speed, your fuel capacity and stuff. I put a lot of points just into one hull because it is, again, specific to the hulls and stuff here. Some stuff does transfer over, but as we see here, like interceptor upgrades are specific. I can upgrade all my pilot stuff because that is like I'm live, die, live again kind of deal. Kind of like, what was it? That one movie, Edge of Tomorrow with that, where Tom Cruise ends up just getting better at stuff as he like dies and, well, basically figures out how to soldier, even though he isn't really good at it to start with. So yeah, it's got a little bit of ways that you can get upgrades and stuff. And now I guess I can go for another run in this, but I'm gonna have to think about this because now, like, I just realized there's a second run I can do where I am salvaging all my DNA to get back to the cloning lab thing there that he was at. And I guess fixing my next iteration. Huh. Okay. That's kind of cool. Hit point repair rate, lucky jump. Do like crit damage. That sounds very good. I upgraded the resources stuff because it seemed like the best. Consumables, enhancements. Not sure what enhancements exactly they are. But I know I upgraded the energy core in the hull the most, the maximum speed, fuel capacity. Okay, so I'll have to think about this. In the meantime, though, I'm just going to head back to the main menu. I think that's where I'm going to call the stream, because I kind of just wanted to see if I could like do another run and get to the end and finish the game, and I kind of feel like I did there. I didn't want to stream too long today, because, again, I did start pretty late, so I think I'll just call it off here and see if somebody else is live on Twitch that I want to raid into. Yeah, let's take a look. Doesn't look like anyone is live on my end for stuff that I can see. Let me just reload the page. Okay. No, I think I might actually just call it here. I don't quite feel like raiding today because like I had to go interact with people on that, but at the same time, finished a run of the Everspace. I had not actually seen what the end screen looked like. Kind of cool to see how Adam Roslin resolves that with his clones. I assume there's like a secondary ending or something else after you get all the DNA. I might have to come back and play this game again because it's quite fun. So yeah, I'm just going to end off stream here. 3.5 hours. Felt pretty good. We played a new game. Some people saw that stuff. Nebulous Fleet Command should be back on tomorrow. Gonna play with Doc VV on her stream. She does Fridays there. Kind of a little tag duo thing we've been doing for a couple months now, where I show up and I say silly things and then she throws beamstones at me, and it all kind of works out in that. Yeah, I've been NekoboyBlue. You can follow my Twitch if you want to see me go live and stuff. I've got a Twitter you can follow as well for notifications and some interactions and stuff there. I've got a YouTube channel. I really need to get off the floor because I've been very lazy about my uploads, by which I mean I haven't done any. But yeah, until next time then, have a good night, chat. I think I'm just going to call stream here. Bye.